Okay. I appear to be live now, so I'm going to attempt to invite some people in here. Sorry, guys. I've been having some problems with the Google Hangout. As always, it wouldn't be a Google Hangout without having problems. Just a minute here, and we'll get started. Gotta love Google, right? Close my million windows I have open to get this thing going. All right. Sorry for the dead air, guys. I'm still trying to learn this fucking format of this thing. I thought I had everything ready to go, and seemed like I wasn't quite ready at the moment. What's up, guys?
I've joined. Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
I'm live finally, Cole. We've been trying to work this thing out for like a half hour.
Yeah, I've been coming back and forth. I was in the other room watching hockey, and I came in a few times, and it was saying, please stand by and stuff, and I just thought...
Yeah, it's like I did it, normal, scheduled it, all the good stuff, and went in here, and it was just like I was a guest. I wasn't able to actually start the damn thing live, so...
Yeah. Our tumultuous relationship with Google Plus continues.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. But I should be ready to go now. Try to get everybody invited in here that wanted to come in. Thank you guys for coming, so it's not just me talking.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
So how's the weather up there, Cole?
Oh, it sucks so much. It's not that it's gotten worse. It just hasn't gotten better. It's not warm. It's not terribly cold, but it's not warm, and there's no sun, and 95% of the snow is gone. The only snow that's left is just like patches, like here that's held together by the dirt. It's like gray dirt snow. But I'm going to Sydney tomorrow, back home in Cape Breton, where I'm from, for like the next week, and they got new snow back on Sunday, so there's actually more snow there, so that'll be fun. It's actually supposed to really warm up here like as soon as I leave, like it'll finally, so I don't know, it should follow suit. It was my birthday on Tuesday, and it might have been the coldest birthday I can remember having.
Hello.
What's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on?
Okay.
What's up?
I'm okay.
Good. We can hear you.
Yeah, it's an honor and a pleasure to be part of your show for the first time.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, same here, by the way.
People.
Sorry, I've been having some
Jay, who are
difficulties
these
on
people?
my end.
It's no problem.
I tried to start the thing and went through a whole rigmarole. So, but yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, man. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos.
Jeff used to. Do you still have your Boxcar Man channel?
Oh no, man, that thing got shut down years ago.
That's what I was looking for on here, trying to invite you, and I couldn't find it. I
Yeah.
was like, shit, I thought that was his name.
Yeah, I just got to the point where I was just like, I didn't like making videos. I just like watching everyone else's. I have made shitty videos anyway, so I'm surprised people actually watched them.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's just like, all right.
So have you guys caught the Avengers yet?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I'm sorry. You go first. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying yes.
Whoever spoke first. I'm sorry.
I saw it last night.
Awesome.
Yeah, how was it?
You know, I was expecting to be a little let down, and I really wasn't at all. I mean, I'd read, you know, probably as usual, made the mistake of kind of probably reading too much about it beforehand, and people were saying, like, you know, they tried to jam too much in, or, like, you know, it was clear that the movie was probably about 3 hours, and they had to cut it down, and it feels, like, disjointed, but I didn't see that. Like, I thought there was nothing wrong with the flow or anything, so you know, I knew I was going to like it anyway, but I was starting to buy into some of the negativity and think, you know, maybe this will be a letdown after I like the first one so much. But no, I mean, little things, but who cares? Like, the little things are little; they don't matter that much. I mean, I always thought Ultron would be a weird villain to do. It's sort of like a bridge movie, right? You know, because the first movie ends with Thanos. This movie ends with Thanos. It's like, okay, we're going to get into Infinity Gem stuff with Thanos, and in the meantime, we have to do something. Ultron. Just as someone, to me, it seems kind of odd, but, you know, it's cool. I mean, I think a lot of people probably like James Spader. And the only thing I didn't like, again, very small, is I didn't like that you could actually see his mouth moving. I'm just used to that static sort of face, so it was odd that his mouth moved when he talked. But, you know, it's not like that's going to ruin the movie for me. But caught it with a big crowd last night. I was happy. Anyone else see it yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow night.
Same here.
You like the first one, the first Avengers?
Oh yeah, I really liked it.
Then I mean, I can't say for sure, but I really think you will probably like this one too. Like, you know, it does the same things right. I think the main thing that Joss Whedon does right with these movies is that it's the Avengers. It's not about one or two of them. It's about all of them, and he really gives everybody screen time and makes everybody important. Nobody takes a backseat to anyone else, which isn't easy to do, and that's what I really appreciate. Like, honestly, like, if anybody in that movie, like, seemed a little less important than anybody else, it was probably Cap, of all people. But, like, as usual... But everybody, like, they all had their own story threads and things going on. Everything that they, you know, made them matter didn't feel like they were just there. And, you know, that's one of the things I really think is the strength of the movie.
I'm gonna go probably see it tomorrow. Actually, I'm totally looking forward to it, and I agree with what you said about they took their time. It's not Marvel is not like DC, like they're trying to rush this new.
Right, didn't catch the end of that.
Oop. Movie frozen.
Uh-oh.
Another great perk for Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as per usual.
Sorry about that, Isaiah.
Yeah, I'm trying to tie in what he said about DC.
Yeah,
well, it's because it's true though. Kind of, I think it's because DC is sort of playing catch up, because Marvel introduced the whole idea of connecting these movies, and DC didn't think about that when they made the Batman movies, right? And I'm not saying that would have made the Batman movies better. I like the Nolan Batman movies. I like them. I like them as they are. They don't need stupid little cameos and stuff. I'm just saying, when they were doing those, they didn't realize, you know, that
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Connection problems. Sorry about that.
That happens all the time on here.
Okay. I was just saying that I think they're rushing it they're rushing this Batman and Superman movie too. They should call it, because this is about the two guys, Batman and Superman. It should be called, in the movie, should be called World's Finest, because that's what, when you think of Batman and Superman, you think of World's Finest. It should be called World's Finest, because that's like the title that everyone knows when it comes to Batman and Superman together. I think it should be focused on those two instead of rushing up with Wonder Woman and all this other stuff. I just feel that DC needs to learn from Marvel. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I was saying earlier when you're off,
Yeah.
I think what happened is that Marvel set that precedent, and now DC, like you said, is rushing because they're sort of playing catch-up. It's like,
Exactly.
Marvel has these movies, and they're connecting in their world. It's like, we have to do that, but our first few movies don't really set that down, so now we have to, kind of force things together.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think
exactly.
of... Oh, sorry.
No. Just saying.
No,
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you guys think of the trailer for the Batman and Superman?
Well, like I said, I liked how it started out. It looked very. It looked very. It looked very dark and epic and everything. I liked how the statue, how the big statue of Superman, how people now see him as a god, and is graffiti false god. I really liked it. That was a good touch, and I liked the fact. I liked the last scene how it kind of shows how Batman and Superman are going to fight each other and everything. I like the suit. I like the suit that Batman wears and everything.
Yeah. I really like the suit too.
And of course, they're recreating the scene from the comic book Dark Knight Returns.
Good way to go.
Yeah.
All that, like I said, all that makes sense to me because it's funny. Like if you know comics, like for decades, like it wasn't until Frank Miller came along and questioned the relationship. Because for decades, it was just like Superman and Batman, they're great friends. And Frank Miller's like, why would they be friends? To be like, obviously Batman's going to be distrustful of this powerful alien and stuff. So I'm glad they're taking that route, and that's cool. And like I said, the stuff about the religion, like that would all pop up. People saying like, is he a god or should we treat him like he's a god? Blah blah blah. I like all that. I'm not going to harp on it, but as Jay knows, I really cannot really get past Ben Affleck. I can't. And it's not that I'm a Ben Affleck hater or whatever. I like him in plenty of movies. I'm really having trouble as him as Batman or Bruce Wayne. But
I don't blame you, but I did see. Did you see that new photo of him as Batman? He's looking through the camera. That new photo of him as Batman.
Yeah, visually everything comes off. Visually for sure, the suits, and he's got a good enough physique and stuff, and the way they do it. I mean, all that's fine. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try my best to reserve judgment, but I'm not going to pretend like that I'm completely unbiased. I have a bias, and I'm going to be going in saying, all right. I'm going to be like going in saying, all right, Ben Affleck, pull off a miracle and prove me wrong, And, I can understand people that criticize that sort of attitude, and I get it, but, I mean, that's me. That's who I am. I'm going to be picky. Batman means a lot to me, so.
Yeah, I was going to mention this the other night on the Sausage Factory. I don't know why that had to get such a big name. I felt like, like when Christian Bale was cast, he was, virtually unknown.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. He was a good actor. He'd done some movies, but
Yeah.
he was not a Batman.
Yeah, with American Psycho and Psycho and
Equilibrium.
Yeah,
he was mostly for American Psycho, but the movie I remember him was that movie he did when he was a kid, Empire of the Sun. That was the first movie
I love
saw
that
him.
movie. I often bring that up to tell people like how I think he's a really good actor because I think he's really good in that. He's only like 13 in that movie, and I really enjoy that movie.
Steven Spielberg directed that movie.
Yes, that was like his first. That was Spielberg's like first sort of real setback. Well, besides 1941.
Exactly, yeah.
But I mean, and that's a movie. Like I said, I like bringing that up as a movie that flopped and did not, people didn't like it, and I always liked it. I thought it was a really good movie, really interesting, really good performances. I love John Malkovich in that movie. I love the music in that movie. I like a lot about that movie.
that's one of the movies I've been wanting to check out.
Yeah,
It's very underrated. It's very underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've tried to pinpoint exactly why it didn't do well. I think it may be a timing issue, right? It's like the late '80s, and Spielberg has done all these sort of big, epic things, but not in that sort of serious vein, right?
I think maybe at the time people weren't really interested in like that much into realistic war movies. There were back then. Over the top action movies like Rambo and RoboCop and stuff like that. But I remember my parents. I was very little. They took me to go see it. But I was very little, and I saw it in the theater, and I really enjoyed it. Even on cable, I enjoyed it more on cable. Like every time it came on cable, I would watch it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's tough for a few things because, again, Spielberg had sort of a reputation of a certain kind of movie, and this didn't really fit that mold. And he had to sort of try again. Like, by now, people, he's done some dramas that got good things, like Did he do the color purple? I think he did the color purple right after that.
The color purple. He did
Yeah.
do the color purple.
So he did the color purple right after that, and people were like, "Oh, okay, now we get it." And and he do Schindler's List and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Trying to do some more serious stuff, I think, compared to his, crowd
Yeah, I
pleasers.
think people weren't ready for him to do something different at the time, something serious. But I enjoy Empire of the Sun, and I remember there was another movie like that which I haven't seen yet, Hope and Glory.
oh yeah, I haven't seen it either, but I've heard of it.
Haven't either.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of it.
That came out around the same time.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Also, I wonder if like
Chris-
sometimes. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I did. By Christian Bale, he's come a long way since then. To American Psycho, to Batman, and despite the fact that I'm one of those people who despise Dark Knight Rises, don't get me wrong, that's my opinion. But I think he's really proven himself. He won an Oscar for five. I think Christian Bale did the best he could for Batman. But I think Ben Affleck is. I think I'm gonna give Ben Affleck a chance and see how he's gonna go from there. But I would love to see him in solo movies as Batman as well.
Yeah. That's the other thing, right? We're getting a new Batman for a movie where we haven't even seen him just be Batman, The new Batman is going to be the Batman-Superman movie. We don't have, like, 2 or 3 movies where we've gotten used to the idea of him as Batman. He's thrown into this other thing with the established Superman, and I didn't know that people were critical of the guy playing Superman, but I got some shit about it.
Henry Cavill, that's his name. Henry Cavill.
Yeah, they were like, you like him? And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not attached to Superman that I'm not as critical. I was like, he looks right, so maybe I'm just, maybe people that know Superman better, if they don't like it, I get that because they know more than me.
I understand because I love Man of Steel only in a degree because I have some friends, how much they hated Man of Steel. I totally agree with them. They didn't like how it was against what Superman is truly about good nature. He's an image of what a true hero should be, and to put him into this dark tone, it doesn't work. It may work for some people because they're in a generation where we all want dark and gritty, but it's slowly getting tiring. But I still enjoy Man of Steel in a degree, in a way.
Yeah, I really like the action sequences in the movie. Just the story shit. It is. I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
There was like
It's a movie that I enjoy, but like I have a bunch of problems with. Like to me,
yeah.
it's just that I really like Zod. I really like Zod, and I like the other Kryptonians. It was nice to see them, done in a way that I really like. So that's.
I really enjoyed the action. I really enjoyed the action, most definitely. And but the man who will always be Zod for me is Terrence Stamp. Kneel before Zod.
Yeah.
I do like Michael Shannon though. He
was good too.
He's great.
I mind Michael Shannon. He was okay. He was okay.
I mean, I like the whole Neil before Zod thing. I do, but I do kind of like this. I do kind of like this a little more subtle Zod. That's more, he's less fanatic and he's more, he thinks what he's doing is right type thing.
Yeah, of course. It's the last scene where, the classic scene where Superman breaks his neck. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, which of course people are very split on, I'm sure.
I went nuts when that happened. I went nuts. I thought that was the best scene in the movie, and people complained that he killed Zod. He killed Zod in Superman 2. Don't forget, he threw him into that. Yeah. He fell into that, in the Fortress of Solitude. He broke his hand. And he threw him down into the smoke in the Fortress of Solitude. Yeah. So I don't know what they were complaining about. He killed Zod before.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously a big moment, but I liked how they handled it. I mean, they made it was like he really had no other choice. Because Zod's like, I'm going to keep coming.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Hello there.
What's up?
And he had the appropriate emotional response to it. It was like he was really upset that he had to do it. He wasn't just like, well, that's that. He didn't just go like, we don't want to see Superman do that.
It's nice to know I'm not the only one having problems with Google tonight, Matt.
Yeah. Had to restart because it crashed and burned and pillaged.
How's it going, man? You doing all right tonight?
Doing well. Just watching.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you, man. No time, no see, man. It's been long since we did stay something together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just watching a little bit of Ultimate Warrior grabbed the new Blu-ray poster in the background there.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
Awesome. I didn't realize that was out already.
Is that a documentary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an extension of what they had on the network, because I think that was like 50 minutes long, but this is about an hour and 40 minutes long. Plus a crap load of promos, matches, things like that. So it was really good.
Awesome.
Crucial.
So there's a documentary on the Iron Sheik on Netflix right now that it is put on.
Really?
So
Yeah,
that
that's
Howard
Is that
Stern.
right? Is that right?
I
Is that
remember
the
him
Howard
being
Stern
like
thing?
referenced on some TV show or something years ago, and I didn't believe he was real. I had to look him up. I was like, holy crap, they didn't make up this guy. He's real.
You know where that was, Cole? That was on Kenny versus Spinny.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Yeah,
I
it
have,
was. He
I have seen that.
tried to
remember-
shove a beer bottle up Spinny's ass.
But yeah,
I-
I just remember I was just like, he's not real. And I was like, oh, he was a guy. He was a real wrestler. I mean, you shouldn't be surprised. It's wrestling, right? But still, I didn't know.
I haven't watched wrestling because I kind of zoned out because it was, I guess maybe it was getting too ridiculous. But I want to get back into wrestling because I guess I lost interest because it was kind of getting boring while watching. Maybe I'll get back into
Well,
it
it's
someday.
boring now, so there's no point. But Iron Sheik, I always remember Howard Stern. I will fuck Hulk Hogan's back. I will get him on his knees and fuck his back or something. And I'm like,
Wow.
Iron Sheik, Jesus, this guy's crazier as he was as a character. His real life is no difference.
He had a pretty bad drug problem too, I think. Him and I guess the majority of the guys still working.
God.
There's a Jake the Snake documentary coming out I really want to check out.
Yeah,
Nice.
I want to see that too. I think there's a scene where he has an argument with Diamond Dallas Page. There's a scene where he had an argument with Diamond Dallas Page. I think I saw a scene.
Were they doing yoga?
No. I do have the movie The Wrestler. I do have the movie The Wrestler. That is a good movie.
Oh,
That
that's
is
a good movie.
Oh,
Mickey Rourke was Mickey. I don't care what anybody says. Mickey Rourke was robbed. He was robbed from that Oscar. Sean Penn, give me a break.
What was it that Sean Penn won for that year?
Was it Milk?
Milk. It was Milk.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Milk. Milk wasn't anything special. I mean, it was okay, but
It's like the standard Oscar win. You know, for
That's
he wins
Sean
for being.
Penn on the phone right now. Sean Penn's mad. He's on the phone right now. He's going to call.
Oh, sorry
Hey,
about
wait a minute,
that.
what's
Sorry
going
about
on?
that. Sorry about that. That's
You're
me.
talking snap.
That's me. I'm sorry. That's me. I know that.
Man, I
Nobody.
got punch him, man.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah.
See, Sean Penn is adamant. He's like, is that cameraman? I got to punch
Sean
him.
Penn's going to punch someone. Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Stop ringing. He's
Sean
gone.
Penn ran away.
Hey, I like you in a lot of movies, Sean. Come on.
I haven't seen The Gunman yet. I haven't seen Gunman. I don't think I want.
Yeah, I don't want to either.
Wait for DVD on that one, I think.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Lathy's DVD. Too expensive.
Well, so what are you guys looking forward to this summer the most?
Mad Max.
Mad Max is
Mad
definitely
Max and
the next
Avengers.
movie I'm gonna
Those
see.
two. Mad Max and Avengers. And
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go see Avengers tomorrow, but I'm really looking forward to Mad Max because it's been a long time, and it's been since the last one, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. People call it disappointment, but I really enjoyed the movie. The one with Tina Turner and the song she played, Need Another Hero.
Thunderdome.
And it was cool to see George Miller. It's cool to see George Miller come back to direct. You know, since it's good to see him do something badass as Happy Feet. You know.
Yeah.
He did Happy Feet.
Yep.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of Tom Hardy, I'm looking forward to see what he's going to do, but I think they should have picked someone else. He doesn't look like Mad Max to me. He looks like somebody who's in the world of Mad Max. But I've seen some scenes. He looks pretty good. You know, I understand why Mel Gibson isn't in it. I understand that, but to be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to the video game than the movie. I'm still going to go see the movie. It looks epic. It looks totally old school. It looks like Mad Max is back in action. But I'm kind of looking forward to the video game more. But I'm definitely going to check this new one out, definitely. Mad Max is back, no doubt.
Yeah, minus Mel.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna pick up that Scream Factory Blu-ray
Which one is that?
of Mad Max?
Oh, really?
Has an interview with Mel Gibson.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Mel Gibson
Yeah,
actually
I
talks
don't know.
about it.
I mean, I don't even own Road Warrior yet, so Road Warrior is more the priority for now.
I'm planning to get
That's my favorite.
I'm planning to get both movies on Blu-ray. That's a mission of me to get, especially Road Warrior. I love Road Warrior.
Yeah, I've got Mad Max and Road Warrior already on Blu-ray. I think they're basically just bare bones releases, but
Yeah, that's why I haven't bought Road Warrior, because I was waiting for something better.
There was actually a Mad Max video game for the original Nintendo system, but it was kind of, in my opinion. Yeah, it was.
is that an LJN release?
Yeah, I was about to say it's LJ.
If not,
It probably.
I agree. It sucked. I agree.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too, man. It should be a great movie.
I'm kind of half. Oh, sorry, Rambo.
no, go ahead.
I was just I'm kind of half looking forward to Jurassic Park because I want it to be good.
Yeah.
I just don't really believe it will be.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I love Jurassic Park and I want it to be good, but and a lot of things look good about it, but I'm not happy with this cast. I don't like these people. They don't look right at all. Like one of the things I really liked about the first Jurassic Park was they cast it so well. They didn't just go for A-list actors and stuff, and I liked how they filled the roles with the people that were there, like Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum and people like that. Not big stars, but I thought mostly the right people. Richard Attenborough. I mean, yeah, he makes a different sort of John Hammond. He's more nice and more of a sympathetic character than in the book. In the book, John Hammond's kind of an asshole. But I don't mind that change because I like how they do it and stuff. But I don't know. None of these actors seem like they fit into the world of Jurassic Park the way I think of it anyway. But I don't know. I want it to be good. I really do. I'll go see it.
Just keep your expectations low.
Yeah, especially for that.
I know, but that's the thing. I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. Jurassic Park should be, after 2 disappointing, crappy sequels that, basically no way measure up to the first one, and then this huge gap in time suggests they have to, I don't know. Suggests that it's going to be more quality, but I don't know. Judy Greer's in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
Is Roger Corman going to do Carnosaur 4 now?
Probably.
In essence, for this new one?
Carnosaur is pretty shitty, but the book Carnosaur that it's based on is actually pretty good too. It's not the Jurassic Park isn't the only good book out there about dinosaurs in modern times. Carnosaur was a pretty cool book. I mean, the movie is nothing like it. I mean, do you really expect Roger Corman to follow the book? No.
James
You remember
it,
that
though.
video game, Dino Crisis?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
remember that game.
That was a lot of fun.
Like Resident Evil with dinosaurs, Resident Evil with raptors.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just
the
know-
tank controls and everything.
I guess that's what James Cameron wanted to do, because I think he was going to do Jurassic Park.
Yeah, he wanted to do aliens, but it was dinosaurs. He wanted to be like the book, and it was more violent. He wanted to be like aliens, but with dinosaurs. That would have been way better. Would have been way
I
better.
don't know better. It depends.
Depends, yeah.
Depends with James Cameron.
Just like James
Is it
Cameron,
Avatar James
Cameron's
Cameron, or
idea
is
of
it Aliens?
Spider-Man. Like, I love James Cameron. James Cameron, I think, is my favorite director, but I'm really glad he didn't do Spider-Man in the mid-90s.
Me too. I heard about the script. I was like,
script is messed up.
I'm glad he didn't. I heard he was going to do Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes as well. I heard.
It's all over the place.
That probably would have been better. I hate the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. I find nothing good
I
about
think
it.
we can all agree on that.
There is,
Arnold punching a monkey, I see it.
I haven't seen it on yet.
Another thing, speaking of Arnold, he was supposed to be in I Am Legend, the Will Smith movie, I Am Legend.
I think I would have preferred that.
Yeah, I would too.
I didn't have a problem with Will Smith in there. I had a problem with the CGI.
Yeah, see, that one I can actually agree with you, Jay. I always say Jay doesn't like any CGI, but yeah, the CGI in that shit.
I like the Charlton Heston version better.
Well, really, Scott had
The Omega
practical
Man.
effects, and they said, fuck off.
I like a lot of things. I guess I like the story and how things go in Omega Man. I just can't take the bad guys seriously because they look so dumb. Like, I like Omega Man, but it's just like, oh, we have, like, pale faces, and I don't know. They didn't seem very scary.
Pasty face white boys.
Yeah, kind of thing.
The villain pissed me off of that movie. I wanted him to die because he was just talking so much shit. I just wanted him to die, but he doesn't.
No, I can't remember that.
So yeah, of the three, it's probably the best one because Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price is just a bore fest. It's so boring.
Yeah.
It's him just sort of quietly going about his business, doing things. It's like, yes, it's the last man on Earth, I guess, because there's no one to talk to and there's nothing to do. And Vincent
By
Price,
the way,
you know,
there
he was
was
really
another
miscast.
version. There was another version called I Am Omega. It was with Mark Dacascos, I remember.
Man, I didn't hear that.
Really?
Yeah, it's an asylum movie. And I liked it only for the fact that Marta Costas beats up zombies with nunchucks. So that was part of my heart.
That sounds like something I need to watch
But
immediately.
it's really cheap.
Yeah.
Well, it's asylum, so of course.
Mm.
What to expect, but it's, hey, when he beat up zombies with nunchucks, I'm like, okay, I can live with this. So it should have been I Am Legend.
Well, what do you guys think about Ant-Man? Looking forward to that?
I didn't mind the newest trailer.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's Scott Lang. Like it's funny because I mean, if you go back a few years before the Avengers, I'd say I was never really an Avengers fan, and look what they did. So I was never really an Ant-Man fan. But I mean, if it had to be an Ant-Man, I'm glad it's Scott Lang. Although it seems kind of weird how they've shunted what's his name to the side because he's so important. Henry Pym. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy. In this movie, there's no spoilers here. In Age of Ultron, Tony Stark basically makes Ultron, but it's Henry Pym that actually made Ultron in the comics and stuff like that. I think that's Henry Pym. He's like an old guy in the movie. Because that's one of the previews I saw last night, and it's him recruiting. It's like his technology and everything, but he's old, so he recruits Scott Lang to do it. And I mean, I think they're going to do some really interesting things with the whole shrinking thing. They showed a bit of the preview. They're really going to take advantage of that. There's a pretty even funny bit where it's like he's fighting another shrunken down bad guy, possibly some version of Yellow Jacket, I don't know. And it looks like they're having an epic battle with trains, but it's actually just a little toy train set with Thomas the Tank Engine.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
So I think they're going to do some innovative things with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like the fact that this is a hero who's people give Ant-Man a lot of shit, but I like him because he's a small hero. You won't see him coming. He can just save the world and you won't see him coming. I think it's the best movie. I haven't seen a movie like this since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. A hero who's like this small, like an ant. You haven't spent that type of adventure in years.
Made me think of, for a split second, Inner Space.
Yeah.
I love Inner Space. You're not alone with that.
And Inner Space.
That is very underrated. Underrated, man.
Short.
Dennis
Very
Quaid,
underrated.
isn't it?
Very underrated movie.
Dennis Quaid.
That's right. I saw that years ago with my college.
Joe Dante directed it.
Yes.
Very underrated movie. Very underrated. Very underrated.
You think? What's his name? The lead guy in Ant-Man. Paul Rudd. You guys think he can carry the movie?
I think he can.
As someone who hates Paul Rudd, I'm kind of glad to see him in this role because the only reason I hate him is because I hate it when they try to make him a comedic actor, which is kind of how he's made his career. I'm much happier just seeing him act normal because he's never, ever been funny to me, so I don't mind that. Plus, again, I'm not as dialed in, even though I'm a big comic geek and stuff. I'm not going to be as meticulous as Batman. I'm not going to be like, that guy can't be Scott Lang. Scott Lang is this, that. I'm like, yeah, sure, he's Scott Lang. But I'm just happy to see certain actors. I think Paul Rudd and what's his name? I can't think of his name in the Psycho remake.
Vince Vaughn.
But they both have made their careers of being comedic actors, and I've never found either one of them funny. But when they're in dramas, I'm completely fine with them. Like Vince Vaughn did dramas back in the '90s, and I'm not saying he was great and deserved an Oscar, but he was fine. He was fine. And then they were like, "Hey, Vince Vaughn's pretty funny," and then he's in all these comedies that I just hate. But that's me.
I'm gonna give him a chance until I see the movie. The only problem I have with this movie, they changed the origin. The guy was a scientist who studied ants, and he came up with a potion that shrunk him. And they should have left that origin story in the movie. That's the only problem I have with this movie.
Well, that's because they're bringing in technically the second Ant-Man, right? They're jumping over the first one and giving us the second, so that's why that's happening.
Yeah, I think you can stick with the first one. That's just my opinion. Let's stick with the original one. That's just me.
Like I said, considering how important Henry Pym is in the scheme of Avengers, I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Well, anyway, I'm still looking forward to it. I'm really gonna. Hopefully, I'll enjoy it.
I mean, I'll see any Marvel Studios movie. I like how they connect. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just go to see how they connect. Like, I mean, that's sort of how I felt about seeing Thor 2. It was like, you know, Thor was okay. I didn't expect Thor 2 to be great, but I was like, yeah, I like it because I like how it connects. You know.
In my opinion, Thor 2. I enjoy Thor 2. Thor 2 is way better than the first one, and you're right. I really enjoy how they collect the stories, especially with Agent Carter. You see that Agent Carter miniseries? That was great.
Yeah, I did see that. That was very well done.
Yeah, it was.
Certainly better than S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh my god.
I haven't watched
I just pretend Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I just pretend doesn't exist. I mean, I'm not a TV guy. Everyone knows that anyway. But I mean, the main problem with it just doesn't feel. There is no connectivity there. Nothing about it felt like Marvel to me. It didn't seem like they were in the Marvel U at all. Now I know they can't have Spider-Man swinging by the windows all the time, but they have to do something to make me think. Not just saying Hydra every once in a while. That's not enough.
Yeah, I did see the episode when Samuel Jackson made an appearance as of Nick Fury at the end of one episode.
I didn't even know that happened. But that
I like that part.
Was it after the credits when he came on?
It was. I think it was before. It was the last. It was the final scene of the episode before the credits. I think.
Okay, let me ask. Do you guys like that crap? This after the credits crap?
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. They've done that since Tommy back in the day.
Can I just leave? Do I have to wait and then you show me a scene?
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, if you want to leave, you can leave and just see it on the internet. So, you know.
That...
I don't like it or dislike it. I kind of like it because, you know, okay, here's something. There's nothing after the credits in Age of Ultron, okay? There's the one thing, you know, how they do it. Like, there's nothing at the very end. There's the thing where they show a bit of credits and then they show you something, but there's nothing out there that. Even though they do it, and I was expecting something at the end because they do it twice in Cap. In Cap 2, there's something, and then there's something at the very, very end of Age of Ultron to save you the thing. Just see the first thing, and it's not much of anything, and then, yeah. If you wait all that time, all you'll get is a screen that says the Avengers will return, and they don't even give you a title. But anyway.
Doing it more than once is definitely overkill, I think. You know, like, oh, you know, halfway through the credits, here's something, and then, you know, here's the Avengers eating some sandwiches at the very end.
Yeah, I know.
That was the best part of the movie. That was the best part. I wanted to see the first one at midnight showing on IMAX, and I saw that scene after the credits. I was like, that's one of the reasons why that movie was so cool to me.
Yeah.
Which one?
The first one, yeah.
Oh, the first Iron Man or Avengers?
The first Avengers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was definitely really cool. But I was thinking, I think of the most annoying was the one the Iron Man 3, because Iron Man 3 was a pretty disappointing movie, I think, for most people.
Yeah.
Most for me too. So then you're just on. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'll get this.
The only good thing about that movie, about Iron Man 3, was the when all the suits showed up. That was badass. He kept jumping in all the suits. That's the only thing good about that movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely had things I liked, but I just meant as, yeah, definitely. Overall, I thought it was disappointing. So I just thought, sitting in the theater, wasn't the movie I wanted. I was especially upset about what happened with the Mandarin, you know. And then I was just like, well, okay, that's okay. I'll get to see some little thing that'll tie into Avengers or something. I was like, yeah, and then it's just like him talking to, you know, Bruce Banner, and they just have this little back and forth that means nothing. And I was like, wow, thanks a lot.
I'm going to blow up every suit I have until I need one for this one.
Did Shane Black write that one? I know he directed it. Did he write that one?
I think he co-wrote the script. I think
okay.
he didn't write it alone. I'm going to check on that because I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look here.
Because that's why I was so excited to go see that one. It's because, like, oh, Shane Black's directing a movie? That's awesome. But
yeah, he co-wrote the screenplay with a couple other people. So you know, when that happens, you never really know how much of it is him or, you know. But yeah.
Oh.
It's funny that one's already up to 3. It's ahead of everything. I mean, Iron Man 4. I guess there's probably no big rush to get an Iron Man 4 out because now that we're in Phase 2.
Yeah, I don't think they listed anything for an Iron Man 4 on the roster.
I haven't. Yeah. Which is
because
just
Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Did you see that interview? Speaking of Robert Downey Jr., did you see that interview? He walked off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And I'm on his side for that, you know?
Yeah.
I thought he handled it, you know,
Yeah.
the right way. I was on his side. They shouldn't have
guy.
done that. He didn't flip out or anything. He was just like, you know what? And he left, you know? I'm on his side, you know? I think that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like it reminded me of like that Quentin Tarantino interview when he kept being criticized for the violence, and he's like, "No, I'm shutting you down, man. I'm shutting you down."
Was that the one that was on Fox News?
I think that was the one. I think it was for Django Unchained. I think it was.
Yeah.
What were they
That was a
saying?
really funny one.
Remember what they were saying?
Being criticized for his violence, the same old stuff. He
Yeah.
kept being criticized for just too violent and stuff like that. Whatever.
It affects people and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
Fuck 'em.
surprised he's actually doing the Hateful Eight after all that stuff.
I'm looking forward to that.
I am
I'm looking
too.
forward
Yeah.
to that.
I'm kind of sick of him being fixated on westerns, but, you know.
I am too, but at the same time, I'm a little curious to see what he's gonna do with that. Because it's Quentin Tarantino, so yeah.
I didn't like Django.
And of course, Reservoir Dogs is my favorite gangster movie. It's my favorite gangster movie. I
Django's
have
a
the video
long-ass
game
movie.
as well.
I love Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
I enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
that too.
Maybe he can hire an editor to edit some of his movies. I mean, Django was a bit long for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm the guy that often
Yeah.
defends some of these movies if they're long, but I feel
That's
exactly the same thing
that's the
about
problem
Django.
I have with Tarantino. He makes his movies too damn long. I'm like just stop
Yeah.
taking too. Just
I
have
mean,
some fun.
this a little bit.
I had no problem with the length of Inglourious Basterds. No problem. I was fine with all of it. But Django, I was just like, yeah, you could cut 25 minutes off that, maybe even a half hour, you know, sort of how I felt. Because there were parts that just extended the, I don't know, it took too long to get going, and I don't know. I just didn't like the movie overall anyway, so.
Yeah.
I liked it because it was kind of different than those usual movies that we see about segregation. I'm like, this was a guy who was getting revenge against the people. It was like a grindhouse movie. They should have left it like a straightforward grindhouse movie, like the one they did with the Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino. It would work better as if it was one of those features. If it was like a
Yeah.
That would've
But
been
yeah,
interesting,
but he
yeah.
made it into a more serious movie with the long length and stuff. I think the main thing that's disappointing about that movie is that I really am a big fan of Leo DiCaprio. So I was like looking forward to this movie because of him, and I was
He was
just,
getting that.
I'm not gonna say he's bad because he wasn't. I guess maybe I expected something more or something. I mean, actually, the thing that I liked, the performance I liked was Samuel L. Jackson because it was such a different character. I thought that was such an interesting, cool character and so against type for him. Because
I hate him so much in that movie. I want him to die. He was good. He was good. He was good. He was one of those guys you wanted to hate.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the way he carried, and like I said, it's good and against type. Because usually, you know, in a lot of movies, he's just sort of badass. Samuel L. Jackson, you know. And this, it's different, and I like that, and he pulls it off pretty well.
My favorite movie with him, and I don't care what anybody says, my favorite movie with him, and this movie gets a lot of crap, Snakes on a Plane. I don't give a shit.
That's a lot of fun.
That was a fun movie.
Yeah, I gotta go with Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard with a
Oh,
Vengeance.
yeah.
That was good. That was
Die
good.
Hard.
That was mentioned. I agree with that too.
That was probably the first movie where I like knew who he was and stuff. Cause
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, same here.
Why do you keep telling me De Jesus? Do I look Puerto Rican to you? It's Zeus, as in Father of Apollo.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me. I brought a lightning rod up your ass. Zeus.
Yeah. I mean, him and Bruce Willis paired together seems so obvious now, but I mean, at the time it kind of wasn't. So, I mean, they had been in a movie together, but they had nothing to do with each other in, you know, Pulp Fiction. So, you know, getting them. To,
They were
interact.
in National Lampoon's Lord Weapon 1. They had separate scenes in that movie.
Bruce
National
Willis'
Lampoon's
cameo was the best.
Lord Weapon 1, yeah.
Whoa.
Remember that.
Built the wrong house.
Emilio
I think I'll go with Jackie Brown. I think.
I
I
enjoyed
was
Jackie
saying
Brown.
earlier.
I thought that was a good comeback for Pam Grier. She really needed it. It was cool to see have Pam Grier in a big lead for a big movie again. It was cool to have her back and doing that type of role.
It was funny to see.
She was so
the
gone.
hero.
It wasn't even really like a comeback. It was just like, you know, her career was done. She basically retired, and he just sort of took her out. It wasn't like, I don't even think she was still doing stuff, was she? Like,
She did. Before that, she was in Escape from L.A. I enjoyed that. She played like the transgender.
Oh yeah,
I like that. I like Escape from L.A. too. It's a guilty pleasure. I love Escape from L.A.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a fun movie.
Escape from New York is my favorite action movie of all time.
I think she had done stuff like Original Gangstas and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of like the Expendables, but with Blacktation stars. They had Richard Roundtree. They had Fred Williamson.
Yeah. Larry Cohen had
Blaxploitation actors. That's how it was. Yeah. Yeah, Jim Brown was in it. It was like the Expendables for Blaxploitation actors. That's what it was.
I didn't see it, so I don't know if it's good. But
Yeah, just check it out. It's good. Check it out. It was like the Expendables, but with Blaxploitation actors in it. Richard Roundtree from Shaft. He was.
As long as it's not like Expendables 3.
Trust me. Just check it out. You'll like
Haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch Expendables 3. I get it. Everybody hates it, but I might as well watch it. I mean, why not? So I'll eventually watch it.
You should. I mean, if you don't make up your own mind, and that's the.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean,
I heard Mel Gibson.
I wasn't gonna go see it in theater or anything. I'm not gonna support a movie with like fucking Mel Gibson and Ronda Rousey in it.
I ain't seen it.
You know, I'll watch it for free.
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen the movie yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Something I want to mention to you guys. Have you heard about the Play-Doh movie?
Play-Doh?
I don't know about that one.
Oh,
I haven't seen the Lego movie yet.
I was just gonna say the Lego movie does well, so I think anything goes.
Yeah.
This is going to be directed by Paul Feig, the guy that's rebooting Ghostbusters. So,
I don't even want to talk about that Ghostbusters reboot.
He did Bridesmaids, right?
Bridesmaids, yeah.
The Heat and.
Yeah, pretty much every Melissa McCarthy movie.
I make fun of Melissa McCarthy, but I was okay with the Heat. Like, I thought that was okay.
I didn't mind that.
But and now there's a new movie coming off that's just ripping that off.
Hot Pursuit. Yeah, that was actually a movie with it was another movie with that title with John Cusack. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
but I
from
know
the
that
80s.
was.
That's like on Netflix now. You can watch it. It's like John Cusack's like in like the Bahamas or something, or he's down south somewhere. And, like,
He's got curly hair. He's got curly hair in there.
So, Jaythestingray, what do you think of Play-Doh? Are you looking forward to it?
I mean, I don't know. I was like, how can they make a movie out of Legos? And they did.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll see if it's claymation. I want to see it claymation.
I think that's the idea. That's
really?
the direction they're going to try to go, yeah.
That's not too bad then. But I mean, Lego was good. I don't think Lego was this amazing thing that a lot of people thought it was. But I mean, for a movie, I still
gotta see the Lego movie. I still gotta see it.
There's a lot of good there. Like it does everything it's supposed to do. I like Will Arnett as the Batman. Pretty funny stuff.
It was a bit too much of just winking at you the whole time. Like what, you get that reference, guys. Oh yeah, you should get that. If you're cool, you would get that.
That movie kind of created this new trend on YouTube. It's like every movie, it's like they're creating these Lego movies based on movies. It's like they'll Legonize a movie. They did with Ghostbusters. I saw some YouTube movie based off the Ghostbusters, and now they made some stuff for Back to the Future and except Indiana Jones. It's like ever since the Lego movie came out, it created this trend on YouTube.
First time I've heard of that.
Yeah, well, at least that's creative. I mean, those movies are hard to do. I mean,
well, you go on YouTube, you'll see what I mean. They even did a version of the Running Man in Lego on YouTube.
Wow.
I mean, I get that any sort of trend gets tiring, but I mean, I do respect the ones I've seen because, like I said, those are hard to do. Those take a lot of work and stuff.
I got so excited about this one. Check this out. I got so excited when I saw it. I looked on eBay. They have Rambo Lego figure. I'm gonna get that.
Wow.
Probably better than the new movie. Fuck Leto, fuck Stretch Armstrong, fuck all this shit.
Are they doing that too?
I'm sure they will.
Was Stretch Armstrong really that popular? I mean, I didn't think they made a battleship movie with aliens, but they did it.
I only like Battleship because it was like a guilty pleasure of 80s movies. It was a guilty pleasure because it reminded me of some cheesy 80s movies back in the day. That's the only reason I liked it. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Couldn't when the guy's stealing, get a burrito.
Besides Stretch Armstrong, I'd rather see a Plastic Man movie. That's a superhero that needs a movie right there.
Yeah, that could be really cool and really funny.
Plastic Man, yeah.
Because he's, yeah.
Paul Feig.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I was thinking James Franco as Plastic Man.
How about Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey would run it into the ground. Face it.
James Franco would just smoke dope the entire time, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good question, though. Who is Eel O'Brien? Because Plastic Man is one of those characters who's been around forever, but most people don't know him. But
I remember watching the cartoon. I remember watching the cartoon back in the day. I really enjoyed that.
But if they did it right, it could be kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I mean, no one knew what Guardians of the Galaxy was, and it's this huge hit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed it, and I got sort of backlash because it didn't come out right what I said, because I did enjoy it, but I'm just like, to me it's just sort of like a comic book movie for people that don't like comics. So it's just
I think it's like the success of that movie is the reason why Ant-Man is coming out, because it's kind of obscure as far as superheroes go.
I agree with that.
Like I said, I'm all for them doing more obscure guys in a way.
I mean, they've got such a universe to pull from.
Suicide Squad.
Shit, I want to see a Blade sequel.
Me too, man.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is out. Why not?
He's out. Let's do it.
I like the Blade movies. They're not amazing, but they're good.
Call me crazy, but I would love to see him in a sequel to Passenger 57.
Me too.
Yeah,
it's a great movie.
I don't remember it. I haven't seen it in so many years.
It was like Die Hard on an airplane. It was way before Nonstop. It was way before Nonstop.
I mean, every time I think
I think
every time I try to remember Passenger 57, like, my memory just gets clouded, and all I remember is like the Kurt Russell one.
Executive Decision.
I'm just like, Passenger 57.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see Kurt Russell and stuff, and I'm like, oh wait, that's not it. Yeah.
They marketed it as him and Steven Seagal, but Steven Seagal got killed off.
Just like his career.
Which I thought was awesome. I thought that was awesome at the time.
Yeah, it's a shame Wesley never really took off as an action star.
Yeah, he was an underrated guy for that.
Yeah.
I heard this crazy rumor that he's up for a remake of Shaft, another remake of Shaft, I heard. Just a rumor.
We don't need another remake of Shaft.
I agree.
We made Shaft in Africa.
Remake
I want to see a Shaft video game. That's what I want to see. I heard there are rumors of a video game as well, a Shaft video game with Richard Roundtree.
If they set it in the 70s and stuff, that'd be cool. Like,
yeah.
Stranger things have happened, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, I'm glad, Rambo, I'm glad you're on here. I wanted to talk about Tyler Perry a little bit.
I can't stand Tyler Perry.
He's joined the cast of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, God.
Master Stockman.
Wow, they really couldn't sink any lower.
Well, I know what the first one is, so I'm not surprised. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I did not mind his acting performance in Alex Cross. Alex Cross has some bad editing. I don't think he was a bad actor.
I hated
I've seen
Alex Cross.
worse.
Alex Cross might be one of the worst things I've seen in years.
Yeah, I agree. He was a good actor, but he was okay in Alex Cross. But
there's a lot better people. There's a lot better actors.
I'm not putting it all on him. I just hated everything. I hated everything in that movie, except maybe Matthew Fox. He was kind of okay. But,
I remember Matthew Fox. That's right.
Yeah, well, you know what? Alex Cross came at the same time as Jack Reacher. These were characters known for novels, so I'll go with Jack Reacher than the Alex Cross movie. I enjoyed that.
It's Michael Bay. What do you expect? He's producing bullshit. He has pictures of Megan Fox looking like a slut with a blonde wig
Or natural.
with
Do you
glasses.
guys see that picture of Casey Jones from the new movie?
I haven't seen
Yeah.
that yet.
His mask like goes all over his head, like a helmet. Looks like.
The whole point is supposed to be he's just using household stuff, not customized.
This is
Yeah.
like if you took like a medieval armor head and you just chopped some of it off and just plopped it on.
Yeah, it sounds like something on Mad Max. That's what it sounds like.
I'm not surprised. That's why I can't get mad.
He's
Later I would get
he's
mad.
like
but
14 years old in like the newer cartoon that's out now.
Really?
But at least he seems that way. He's really young and he has like a high pitched voice. It's like I'm
Yeah,
Casey Jones.
they're all pretty young.
Yeah, they bring everybody's age down, which isn't the first time that's happened. But I guess I wasn't prepared for Casey Jones to be like a teenager too. I always thought he was a little bit older than the Turtles.
He's gonna be a teenager in this one.
I don't know if he's going. I don't think he's going to be in this movie.
I heard a lot about this fan film online. I haven't watched it. I need to see that one, the Casey Jones one.
Well, the actor in the movie is the guy who's the lead in Arrow, TV show Arrow.
The lead in what?
I've never seen.
Oh, okay. Well, he's okay, I guess.
The lead in what? I didn't hear you.
The
Arrow.
TV show Arrow, the lead.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
Casey Jones in the new movie, and I haven't seen the show, so I can't say anything about it.
Arrow's. Again, I don't really watch shows, so I just watch it sporadically. There's a lot about Arrow, but what's funny about Arrow is like they can only go so far with certain things. They were just like, what do we do? Then they realized that there wasn't going to be a Batman show. There was Gotham, so everything in Arrow is just stolen from Batman. Like all the bad guys and everything, it's just like they just took all this Batman stuff and put it into Arrow's world, which kind of makes it like Ra's al Ghul's in Arrow now. Like they never had anything to do with each other. Like I remember the first season, an episode I specifically wanted to watch because it had Huntress, and again, Huntress is from Gotham, and she's a Batman guy. But yeah, she's right in there. Didn't like how they did her, by the way. But yeah, they just took everything from Batman and applied it to Green Arrow.
But to answer your question, Jay, it sucks. I mean, it's Michael Bay producing. The movie still don't suck ass.
So he's not going to direct this one?
They still don't be super chuds who have steroids, and they're as tough as the Incredible Hulk, and they're bulletproof, and they don't need martial arts, because who cares about that nowadays?
Yeah, right.
Who cares about ninjas? That's lame.
I know, there's
Stealthy?
nothing ninja-like about them in those movies. They're just sort of like big thugs that like hit things with sticks. Blow
Yeah,
things
that was
up.
weird. Yeah, that was
Knives,
weird.
sharp sticks. It just superpowered idiots.
It's just kind of unfortunate, because I was always a big fan of Baxter Stockman. He was kind of like, the go-to villain on that show,
Mad
aside
scientist.
from Shredder, obviously.
I think a good actor would have been Joe Morton. Guy who was in
I love
T2.
Jordan Morton. Yeah,
That's
he's very
Tyson.
underrated. Yeah, Terminator 2, of course, and Speed, and he was in this movie called Brother from Another Planet. You ever seen that one?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
It was about he was an alien who was in Harlem. Yeah.
But why cast a guy whose main thing is I dress in women's clothes? That's going to sell your movie.
Why cast a name there? You don't need
Yeah,
a
that's
name.
what I mean. That's what I think too. Just go for it, whoever fits.
Like-
I mean, you're going to have preconceived. I mean, you're going to have an opinion before you even watch the damn thing because Medea's playing the villain.
Well, same reason why they cast Megan Fox.
Yeah, I don't like her to begin with, so
Yeah.
I was upset with that casting to begin with.
And then people
No,
are like,
I like the character of April. She's
Yeah.
plucky, brave, and cool, and now she just sucks.
and she's the star of the movie, so of course. And people are like, I'm like, I was right, wasn't I? Well, but does she get more screen time? Yes, but
Yeah. Because people want to see her arguing with Whoopi Goldberg. That's what they want to see.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Whoopi Goldberg's in that movie?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
she works at the station.
they stole her from The View for a few days.
Yeah. Like, hey, Whoopi, remember when you used to be in movies? You can do that again. Cause
remember when you used to be in
she's like, I haven't
My
acted.
favorite movie
Forever,
My favorite movie of her is Jumpin' Jack Flash. That's a very underrated movie.
What was that one she did with the T-Rex? Or the dinosaur?
Oh,
or
it's like
Theodore.
What was that
Theodore
one?
Rex or something. Theodore Rex?
yeah. That's awful.
That's the 90s at its zaniest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie.
It's not around the same time Super Mario Brothers was out.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that movie either. I didn't mind Super Mario. I had the action figures from that movie.
I love that movie on lots of levels, but I mean, you know, it's a complete failure for what it was supposed to be. But I mean, it's just what a goddamn mess. I mean, it's a stupid thing to make a movie out of anyway.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It just proves, you know, just because something's super popular doesn't mean you should make a movie out of it.
Mustaches, and they eat mushrooms, and they eat flowers.
Yeah, because I mean, even if they did like a really good adaptation, it would still be really
Terry
weird.
Gilliam couldn't do it.
You remember the Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
I was just watching that the other night.
I love that shit. Love it.
Just that song.
But you know what?
Intro.
But you know, I think what video game would make a good movie is Metroid.
They fuck it up.
I'm sure that.
Now, when I get to Hollywood, I'm gonna make that movie.
Just have a part from us.
Watch me, man. I'm gonna get there.
Megan Fox, if she's available.
No way. I already got a good actress in mind anyway.
I would not be surprised if that was cast if that movie is made.
I mean, they would.
I'm waiting for them to fuck up Uncharted and The Last of Us.
That's coming, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can just play the games, and that's a good enough movie.
Exactly.
The way games are today.
I know Sam Raimi is producing.
Didn't someone
Last of
mention
Us.
one time Metal Gear Solid? Was that you, Cole? Whoa. He's frozen in horror with my question. Nah, the Google Plus, I'm sure, screwed up. I'm not surprised.
I want to see. Yeah, I heard. I remember the Splinter Cell movie with Tom Hardy. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Sam Fisher is an older guy. I'm not seeing that.
Well, maybe.
The guy who voiced him was Michael Ironside.
Yeah, exactly. But if I was making the Splinter Cell movie, I would have picked Eric Roberts.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jay?
I was going to say if they did a The Last of Us movie, they could actually put Ellen Page in there.
Yeah.
They basically ripped her off for the game to begin with.
Yeah, I heard she sued them. I heard she sued the company for that.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah. Or likenesses.
Did she win? Do you know?
I don't know. Did you guys play that game that she did though with Willem Dafoe?
I heard it sucks.
I think it was from the same maker who did Heavy Rain.
I haven't played that either.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the game.
I heard it's not very good. That's why.
It's from the same guy who did Heavy Rain, so I don't really care for Heavy Rain.
I tried to get into it because everyone was saying how great it was, and I mean it's a good story, but it's basically just a quick time events the entire movie, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you played Alien Isolation yet?
Not yet, but I've been wanting to.
I played that. It was really good.
It's a great. I mean, it's a great partner to the movies, because it really stays true to the universe.
Yeah, and I know people shit on Colonial Marines, but I played it myself. I didn't really see nothing big deal wrong with it, but I guess I kind of understand how some of their complaints. But I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I thought it was scary. I thought it was action packed. I didn't understand why people didn't like it.
No, I liked it as well, but I just love that franchise so much. It's hard to hard for me to be displeased with it. So kind of got a biased opinion. But I mean, I like the damn game on the Atari Jaguar. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that. I had Doom. That was the only game I had.
Yeah, that's about all that was out on it.
Yeah.
All the good games.
How long did that last? I forgot. I know it was short-lived. Kind of like the Dreamcast.
They put the CD out, and it seemed like it disappeared pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
I guess similar.
You talk about the Jaguar system? You talk about the Jaguar system? There was a game for Predator for that system.
Yeah, yes, that's what I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game.
Way better than the NES version, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. But, let's see. Have you guys seen the some of the teaser posters for the Human Centipede 3?
I saw the teaser. Sorry, I saw the teaser trailer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's.
Yeah. It's 500 people ass to mouth.
Yeah.
Again.
It's a fetish video or
It's yeah.
No, I know Eric Roberts is in it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna get,
Yeah.
wow.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
I'm not surprised. Just what else is he doing? Eric Roberts was in fucking some dinosaur movie that like stole footage from Carnosaur. 1, 2, and 3 is a fucking raptor. If he's in Raptor, I'm not surprised he's in an Aftermouth movie.
Yeah, it stars Eric Roberts, Tiny Lister.
What?
Really?
Brie Olsen.
What? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Zeus.
Oh wow.
So
He's in ass to mouth too.
yeah, I don't know if he's in the sequence, but
in the Centipede itself.
he's. Wouldn't you hate to be the last dude in that
Yeah.
sequence? You eat 500 other people's shit.
Especially in a prison too. That's just
If I
like
want-
that just adds more.
I'm gonna tell you this. I
How many
have not
movies?
seen.
How many movies do you need where a mouth is sewn to an ass? Man, do we really need 3 movies of that? Did we get everything that we learned from the first movie?
I have seen any of the movies.
We
I
have
haven't
to learn
seen
more in the sequels to give us more information on how the ass-to-mouth ratio works.
You know what? I haven't seen any of these movies, but if I want to see a movie about a centipede, I want to see a movie based on the video game.
Well, they won't do that. They'll do him in Centipede 4 instead.
Well, you never know, man. You never know.
Oh, I know. It's Hollywood. Yeah, 3 Human Centipede movies.
They do
One
a
was
4th
enough.
one. Like, what are they gonna do next? Like, they were doing a prison. Like.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to it myself.
It's
so out there, you know.
I had to fast forward through the second one. I couldn't do it. I like the first one though.
Yeah.
First one's a lot of fun. The villain in it was great.
Yeah. He's back for this one.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both the villains from the 2 movies. Yeah.
Dieter Laser and Lawrence Harvey are both coming back.
Yeah.
So, should be interesting.
Or shitty. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
More ways than one.
How do you guys feel about all these shows coming on Netflix? Like, there's a Full House sequel coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Bob Saget coming back?
Bob Saget's back.
Apparently all of them except the 2 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Olsens, yeah.
Like, Kimmy Gibbler's coming back too?
Gibbler's back.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I think what's the use for Netflix? Because nobody is gonna because it's not gonna be on. I'd rather see regular TV. I've seen some movies that were coming out that I expected to be in the movies and they ended up on DVD. It's like I was looking forward to that Daredevil TV show and it ends up being on Netflix. I mean, just put it on TV. What is the deal with Netflix?
I do like that Daredevil is on Netflix because it is a little violent for TV. Like, they could probably put it on FX, I guess, but
you got a point there. You got a point.
Streaming's the future.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see what you want. Especially fan films. I see fan films being the future as well because you're doing these movies for the fans, and it's in the independent world. You get to see what you want to see instead of the big budget stuff. Speaking of fan films, I'm working on one right now myself. I'm working on actually a Dirty Harry fan film. I tried to get that done for years, and also I wrote a script, which is a fan fictional script on an episode of The Twilight Zone that I'm planning to do over the summer. It's
cool.
Yeah,
I wrote the script for it. It's really good because it deals with bullying.
It's definitely a hot topic these days.
Oh yeah. Did you guys actually watch that documentary, Bully?
I never saw it.
No.
I saw that movie with Brad Winfrey. That was a crazy movie.
Oh yeah, no, that's the Larry Clark movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, in the movie there's a scene where this kid is just getting terrorized by this kid on a bus, and like instead of like the filmmakers helping the kid out, they're just like, let's just film this kid getting fucked up. I'm just like, really? I mean, I know they need it, but seriously though, that kid, I bet is all messed up in the head now.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
It's like, hey, we're making this documentary to, prevent bullying, but yet the filmmakers are not helping the kid out while it's happening. So
I always saw a good movie about bullying, and it was I'm not sure if you guys agree. That's cool if you don't like it. I just saw Unfriended.
Oh yeah, how was that?
I didn't see it.
It was really good in my opinion. I thought it was very clever how they took the YouTube and Facebook, and it was all in the Skype chat. It really had that thing with cyberbullying. And I tell you, it's definitely going to be one of those movies that make you afraid to do things, like with Psycho, it made you afraid to go into the shower, and Jaws, it made you afraid to go into the water, and definitely I see this becoming one of those movies that make you afraid to go on Skype or do video chats, because I was on Instagram, I saw a lot of people deleting their Skype chats and everything, and I saw this one guy, he threw away his blender because the blender scene, the scene with the blender and the trailer.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking about that one.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's doing pretty well, so I'm sure they'll be doing a sequel.
That's what I heard. I heard they're doing that.
Well, I'm just assuming. You just look at the gross,
Yeah.
That's all it takes these days. But yeah, the plot to the Full House deal, it's actually called Fuller House.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
If you can imagine. But no, DJ actually got married to a guy whose last name was Fuller.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah. So and he died, and she's got some kids that she's trying to raise by herself. And then Kimmy Gibbler comes in, and Danny Tanner comes in, and
Hey, as long
John
as
Stamos.
Bob Saget's playing the dirty old grandpa,
Yeah.
I'm on board to watch it.
I wish he was, man. I wish he was playing his part from a few other movies. But,
Make it like a really adult theme show. Just
Like
Bob
it's,
Saget saying fucked up shit.
I'm looking forward to it, but I don't think it's going to work without the twins.
Well, I don't know about them lately, man. They're seem like they may be kind of off the grid.
Yeah, I think the last thing I saw of one of them was an episode of Weeds.
Off
That
the
was
meds.
Weeds, huh? I don't watch that show either.
That was
Probably off
6
the
years
meds
ago.
too.
Yeah. They're on too many other meds, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'd love to see Bob Saget from the Half-Baked. You guys remember Half-Baked?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I
He was
remember
playing
that.
his role from that.
You in here for weed?
But yeah, I don't know, man. The reason why I wanted to bring it up, it just seems like such an odd choice. Like all this stuff getting greenlit, like just on nostalgia alone.
Yeah.
Seems odd to me. Like there's a Coach sequel coming.
Yeah, I heard about that. What's his name coming back for that?
Greg T. Nelson. Greg T. Nelson. Yeah. I forgot about that show.
I think a lot of people did.
I mean, I like the show, but
Yeah.
that was 20 years ago. But
They're gonna do Roseanne as well. I hope not. But
They should bring back dinosaurs.
I remember that.
that would
That's
be
what they
awesome.
should bring back, dinosaurs.
yeah, but they all
I
died in the
remember
last episode.
Oh, did they?
Spoiler
I
alert.
don't remember.
Yeah, it's like an ice. It's like the most depressing
You know what?
ending. Like the Ice Age came, and they were hiding, and they're like, "Are we gonna be okay, Mama?" Well, I don't know. And I'm like,
They should just do it anyway. No
It's
explanation. Just have them there.
It's like raining
Of course.
ash.
Of
Oh yeah,
course,
we'll be
the best
fine.
thing, the best thing about that show was the baby. Gotta love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or they're frozen, and then they come back in today's world. And
Are
it's
they
just
gonna
a
bring back
clown.
Are they gonna bring back Step by Step also?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't think they're going to do that.
Fucking Perfect Strangers, man. That's what I'd like to see.
I love Perfect Strangers.
Wow, yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. I actually really like that show, so.
I wouldn't mind that. I don't know about Family Matters.
Yeah, I don't think it would work. Jaleel White, man, he was like 7 feet tall near the end of that show, and
He even said that he vowed never. Anyway.
Yeah.
I would say no to any of them.
I just don't think that kind of comedy is going to work right now. Everybody's too, satirical. Everybody's too dark. It's not the same time period we were in the '90s, where
Absolutely.
Especially 80s.
There, yeah, 80s, late 80s.
Those are
early
very
80s.
clean, safe sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't work today, unless you get rougher, and it would be awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a laugh track as well.
It just, I mean, you're going to see a lot of these fail, I think, and that's what it's going to take to stop this, because I think it's really Girl Meets World, I think, is the reason why all this is started.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen, but, people say it's a pretty good show.
But I guess that's the crowd they're going for, sort of the Nickelodeon, sort of Disney Channel crowd, I guess.
I mean, basically people in our age group, because, they grew up with those shows, and, I mean, I doubt younger folks are going to watch that stuff. I really do. But have you guys seen anything cool lately?
Like I said, I did see Unfriended.
Yeah. I'm have to check
I will go see Avengers 2 tomorrow.
Yeah. In theaters? No, I haven't seen anything. Actually, I haven't seen anything at all this year in theaters.
In theaters, the last thing I saw was Home. Like an animated type movie.
Yeah.
With
Steve
Martin.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Steve Martin.
Oh yeah, Steve Martin. Steve Martin did the voice for that.
But wouldn't really recommend that one.
Yeah. I watched the Babadook a couple weeks ago on Netflix.
That was good. I like that one. I like Babadook. I thought that was really in the independent world, the independent films knows what they're doing right now. It's if you want some entertainment, you go to the independent world.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody seems to be, loving that film.
I thought it was okay. I felt like it was too hyped.
I want to see. I want to see it follow. I want to see it follows. I heard a lot of good things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that in theaters. I wanted to check it out in theaters, and I waited too long. But yeah, Babadook, man, I kind of agree with you, Jeff. I'd heard so much about it.
Yeah.
I was just expecting it to blow the doors off, and it's not a bad movie at all. But I watch horror 24 hours a day, so it's wasn't really that shocking to me. But I guess it's really people that aren't horror fans watching this stuff that are saying it's so great, really.
Yeah.
But not a bad film at all.
I kind of dug Oculus. I thought that was actually a surprisingly good movie. I liked it.
Oculus, what's that one about?
It's with this brother and sister. They think this mirror's haunted or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually really good. The acting was just okay, but it was different.
It has the redheaded girl from Doctor Who. You probably recognize her.
I mean,
I haven't watched
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Doctor Who, so I don't know who you're referring to.
I'm not really a fan either. I just know that.
Yeah. I was shocked at it because everyone said it was a terrible movie. I was like, I'll watch it. And
I loved it.
I thought it was okay.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And speaking of this talk of horror, and I will say, because I know that Jay, you might ask us this. Did you see you were gonna maybe the TV spots of the Poltergeist movie? I don't care about that movie. I don't give a shit.
Geez.
Yeah.
I don't think no one cares.
Looks very generic, doesn't it?
It looks like it just looks like something like these other horror movies, Conjuring, Isabel. It's like they're just copying off that trend.
Copy Post-it notes version.
Yeah, copy post.
It's a step-by-step remake from what it looks like, just shot on a red camera or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool
Definitely
that Sam
shot on a red
Rockwell's in
camera.
it. Yeah, it's cool that Sam Rockwell's in it, but I'm still not gonna go see that movie. I'll wait for Netflix or something like that.
I mean, the trailer didn't look awful to me, but I feel like they showed all the best scares in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, speaking of trailers ruining movies, what do you guys think of the trailer for the new Terminator movie?
Looks like a piss in the face.
Yeah.
Looks like an Asylum ripoff, like Transmorphers or something. That's what the effects look like.
Okay, I'm gonna give
so shitty.
I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I definitely agree with you guys. I hate it. It really sucks what they're doing to Terminator, but I will go see it only because it's a time waster. Arnold came back as a Terminator. Yeah. I hate what they did to him, but it's good to see Arnold back, and I'm just gonna go see it as a guilty pleasure time waster. That's it. That's all I'm gonna.
To me, Arnold is too old to play a Terminator.
I agree.
That's why I'm curious to see Maggie. That looks pretty.
Yeah, Maggie looks
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah.
Maggie, I'll look forward to.
Maggie, it looks interesting. It's cool. It's very interesting to see Schwarzenegger play a role, but I don't think I want to see that anytime soon. It's good that he's doing something different, like drama like this. But when you go see an Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, you got. It's like you go see it for fun, not for depressing. But I will go see the movie, but I don't think I'm going to see it anytime soon.
New Terminator will be more depressing.
Yes, that will.
Yeah,
I don't blame you guys for Terminator, man. I don't blame you guys for Terminator.
No, I'm with you, man. I mean, I'm gonna go see it for sure, but I really wish they had gone a different direction. I mean, Arnold's obviously too old. He was probably too old for Terminator 3, really.
Yeah.
But,
I'd rather see him do a sequel to Commando instead.
I mean, dude's a grandfather, man. The guy's my dad's age. Like, I mean. He needs to settle down on the HGH, and you can't be making these movies anymore. You're too old. But,
especially if you're playing a cyborg. I mean, a
Yeah.
cyborg doesn't move like a 70-year-old. He may look like it, but he's not going to move like a 70-year-old. It makes no sense. He would move like he did in the first one because it's a robot. Why would he? Okay, I'm going to make this robot move like a 70-year-old when he grows up.
Yeah. I mean, they basically wrote that plot around him.
Yeah.
Where, okay, you're old. You actually age like a human, which is stupid. Why? Why would they age?
That look he had in Maggie with the beard. He should have kept that look. Would make him more realistic. I know it won't change the movie, but that look he had with the beard would have been better. I heard he was going to have a beard in it.
I disagree. I think it would have been silly.
I wish he wasn't in it. I mean, I love the guy, but I really wish they'd gone a different direction and not even had Sarah Connor in it, because it's such a great world. They could have done so much.
You know what? Speaking of that, I actually had an idea for a Terminator movie, which is better, but it actually focuses not on John Connor, but it actually focuses on a different Terminator with a high tech ability. He goes back not to save John Connor or any ancestors, but he saves one of his soldiers who's recruited in his unit that helped him win the war. And the Terminator goes back. She's a female soldier. She's in the military, but she decides to quit because she's not good enough. And then all this stuff happens to her, and the Terminator comes to save her and convinces her that you are John Connor's members in his unit, and then it goes on from there. That was just my story. Came up in my head.
Oh man, it's unlimited where you could go with that storyline. It really is. I mean, with the time travel aspect, they just keep.
That's why.
Oh, you go ahead, man.
No, I was just kidding. That's why I was on board. It seemed like it was gonna be really cool. But it was a little iffy about them revisiting scenes from the first one, but I was like, all right, I'm interested, and then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, I think I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
They
I
ruined
haven't
a lot
seen
of
the
stuff. Yeah.
I haven't seen the newest trailer. I'm trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
But I saw the original teaser, and I know the gist. But the girl that's playing Sarah Connor, she
Yeah.
looks cool. I mean, she looks like she could do a great job.
Try to avoid the poster too, because the poster just spoils it too.
That's what I saw an article about that today.
Like, wow, okay. I'll just stick to Terminator 2 in the first one.
But,
I can play a Terminator. I can definitely play a Terminator.
I thought that movie just looked awful in every single way. I thought the acting looked like rejects. I thought the effects looked like a sci-fi channel. I thought the plot is fucking made by an idiot. It's a backdoor reboot. So we made 2 more movies before James Cameron gets the 2008 rights back. And I'm like, this is like a hunk of junk.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you at all.
But it's fine if anyone's looking forward to it. I'm you know me, I'm brutally honest.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
no, I mean I agree with everything you said. I'm still gonna watch the movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid. But,
I wouldn't say that. But...
Well, I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of that franchise.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't want to see the new Ninja Turtles, but granted, I saw it for free, but I
yeah.
had to see it, and it was a car wreck.
Torrent that shit. Torrent it like it's hot.
So is it even worse than Turtles 3?
I think so.
Wow.
Turtles are in Turtles 3.
Yeah.
Turtles new one, they're barely in it. Splinter found a book, and he read a book. So now they will train.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. The only thing I watched was that video that the James, the video game nerd, did. With
that's one I watched too. Yeah.
I haven't actually seen the movie.
Critic, yeah.
I don't think I need to watch the movie. I've seen everything that's worthwhile in there.
They didn't show the part where Mighty farts in his brother's faces. They didn't show that part.
Did you see the video about the boy at the Christmas party? The guy who was dressed as Michelangelo in the suit at the kid's birthday party on Facebook.
That's cool.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Shows better than the movie.
Was he like CGI'd or?
No, he wasn't CGI'd. It was a birthday party. It was a suit. Yeah.
Was it like the old style suit though?
Yes, it was.
Okay, yeah, those are cool. But
but fuck suits. It's too cheesy.
I mean, we're seeing a pattern here. Like this is all old properties.
Cheesy my ass.
Yeah.
It's too cheesy.
Cheesy my ass.
But
what's up with the like franchises becoming TV shows like Scream and the new Friday 13th series and?
I heard for Friday the 13th, I was looking forward to this new video game for Friday the 13th. Then I heard it was going to be just a rip-off. I was like, what? What?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they told you before you buy this
it's just a rip-off to Friday the 13th. Oh, no, fuck that. I want
ripped off. Well, they told you that before you pay for it. If you buy this, it's a rip-off. Saves me money.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
So what do you think, Jay, of all these TV shows? Scream. And whatever the hell else there is. I'm sure there's 5
I mean, Evil Dead, is a TV show now, and what else? There's a bunch of Punisher is getting picked up by Netflix.
Because of Daredevil.
Yeah, because of Daredevil. Yeah.
Which I haven't seen.
I mean, people seem to love Daredevil, so I mean, hell, I don't know. I mean,
I watched a couple episodes. It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to check that out, and I will check out the Punisher if it's good.
Yeah.
Frank Miller, hopefully, is the direction they're going with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, back to the Terminator deal. I just wanted to say something real quick on that. Terminator Genesis. I mean, it's kind of the same way I feel about the new Alien film with Neil Blomkamp directing. I mean, they're bringing Sigourney Weaver back. They're bringing Hicks back. I don't know, man. I just don't know why they're going that direction. Like, I mean, couldn't you just put anybody and there's fucking aliens there. I mean, why dig up Sigourney Weaver and bring her back on the set?
Dig her up, I like that. Why dig her
I mean,
up?
seriously, I mean, the lady's like 70 years old. Like, what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
She don't have sex with the alien, she's gonna die. I don't know, you know me, hashtag fuck Alien 3.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with that.
Oh, the man.
What's up, buddy? What?
You sound like a chipmunk, I think, when you... Definitely a chipmunk, so... Not sure what you're saying, but it's definitely chipmunk quality.
Yeah.
I don't know why Google does that sometimes.
It's been doing that lately. I don't know what the deal is.
I know when Ryo gets on during that, it's like each time he gets on at first it's a chipmunk, and then I don't know what he does. He changes the audio or.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to get back. You may have to get back on, man. I don't think it's gonna work.
Mm.
It's still chipmunk.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Google Plus.
Oh, it's good for a laugh, but it's kind of, kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I think it kicked Cole out.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back on.
Yeah.
So maybe this time.
Is that any better?
Yeah,
There you go.
perfect.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. What are you guys up to?
Not much. Talking about the new Terminator film.
Yeah, Jay's just been asking us questions, and we're giving as best answers as we can.
I think the new Terminator is going to be the best.
Of course.
I think it looks amazing. So I love the direction they've gone. I think Arnold looks the best he's ever looked.
No sarcasm in that at
I
all?
don't know if he's acting or if this is real. He's a good actor, or there's violence or something's up.
I honestly saw it once. I saw the trailer once, and it didn't look good. It didn't look good.
I will say you deserve an Oscar for that performance. I was thinking like, okay, each their own. I disagree.
Yeah, no, the trailer. The trailer just looked really. I don't know what's generic.
Shitty.
Yeah, it just doesn't look very good.
Okay.
I mean, it might be good. It just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Mad Max looks
rating
good.
yet?
Which one?
I think Mad Max looks really good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I totally agree.
That's definitely want to go watch that on like IMAX or RPX or something. That looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Which one? Which
Mad
movie?
Max Fury Road.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Mhm.
Of course. Well, since we're talking about trailers, how about we go to the new Star Wars?
Just take my money, I'll be there.
I don't think it's going to do very well. It seems like people don't care about Star Wars anymore. Not at all, man.
Well, you can blame the prequels for that.
I'm like, what?
You're going to have to wait a month before you can even get in the theater to see that.
I want to check out that new that video game Battlefront. It's like a Battlefield version of Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if people will wait in line like they did with the prequels, or they'll wait in line for a month or two before,
Oh god.
or they're like, "Fuck
Camp
this,
out.
it's too cold."
Yeah.
Can't you pre-order your tickets online? Let's just do that.
I think this new series is going to be as far away from the prequels as possible. I don't think they'll mention anything or anybody from those prequels. They're going to try and keep that as whole separate thing if they're smart.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely watch them, but like it's my opinion of the whole series is so tainted by the prequels. I'm just
yeah.
I mean,
Well, the old series is kind of tainted by George Lucas too, because he keeps messing with them.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Fuck George Lucas. I'm gonna give J.J. Abrams a shot. I know he gets a bad rap for Star Trek, but I think he might be the savior of this. We'll have to wait and see. I'll give him a try.
I liked the Star Trek movies he did.
Really?
I don't mind him either. I don't mind him either. I don't mind him either. It's just but I do like the Star Trek movies. I haven't seen the last one. I did enjoy the first movie J.J. Abrams did. I thought it was. I have the video game of that. It was kind of fun. But it's like but I know he gets criticized that he's trying to make the new Star Trek like Star Wars because it's all action, and Star Trek wasn't all about that. And I enjoy both Star Trek and Star Wars, but I grew up with Star Trek more, so I'm more have a bigger focus on Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, they should have Bill Murray do the theme.
What scene?
No, do the theme. Like Star Wars.
Nothing but Star Wars.
A new version, updated. Even
That'll be
more Star Wars.
That'll be the closing credits. What's playing over the closing credits?
So if that's the case, take my money then. Bill Murray and Star Wars.
They should at least,
Star Wars.
What was it?
They should at least give Bill Murray like a cameo in one of the movies.
That'd be excellent.
Yeah, that would be cool. What did you think of the last shot of Harrison Ford as Han and Chewie?
It looked good to me. I mean, I'm sure it set a lot of Star Wars fans panties aflame. So I mean,
there's compilation videos of guys just like crying their eyes out.
Matthew McConaughey, yep, Matthew McConaughey.
Did he cry?
Yeah.
They took his footage from the movie Interstellar.
Interstellar.
They added it in.
Wow.
And recently they did the same thing for us, Suicide Squad with the Joker. They took Jack Nicholson from About Smith, and he was opening an envelope and it showed a picture of Jared Leto as a Joker. He just did the same thing. He just started crying and smiling.
Wow.
Well, what do y'all think of Jared Leto's, at least the appearance, his appearance as the Joker?
Yeah.
It looks kind of interesting. It looks interesting.
I kind of like the grill that he had, though. Just because, I mean, I'm pretty sure he got his teeth knocked out so many times. But I mean, the damage tattoo on his forehead, come on.
Yeah, Joker doesn't need tattoos.
He's like a hipster Joker. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. He's like emo goth Marilyn Manson Joker. Like when I first saw that picture, I was like, "Is this something to do with his band?"
Yeah.
I was just glad they went in a different direction and let they were going for a female Joker this time.
Female Joker? Why can't they just get Harley Quinn?
She's in there. She's there.
No, yeah, I thought it was.
I saw some pretty good Batman fan films on YouTube.
But yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to dismiss it, but I'm not really that impressed with the new look or anything.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it'll be changed. I thought I read somewhere it was being changed. But it wasn't going to be exactly like that. At least with the tattoos, it was not going to have all that and stuff.
So is that from Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad? Yeah, it's from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So I'm not really familiar with that.
I'm not either. I don't know how that works because I mean it's all about the villains.
I mean, I don't really care about Suicide Squad, to be honest.
Are they going to do like a Reservoir Dogs type of thing or something?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like if they're like all just like sitting around at a table plotting their crime, if they're going to be like fighting each other or what? I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be like that opening scene in Reservoir Dogs when they're on a diner and the joke is like, this is the world's smallest violin playing for the waitresses or something.
And the Riddler refuses to tip.
The Riddler refuses to tip. The Penguin's like, it should be $1 from all of y'all. I don't care what you normally do.
Oh, yeah.
I remember there was an episode of the animated series where all the villains were sitting at this table and they were talking about their stories about how they almost got Batman. They almost got him. There was an episode that was something like that, and they were telling their stories how they almost killed Batman.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was called Almost Got Him. It's from the animated series.
So, Piz, Jay was asking us this. What do you think of all these TV shows like Fuller House and the Full House TV show coming back and
Well,
all this stuff?
I had a huge thing for Kippy Gibbler growing up, and if she's back, I'm back. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Well, the chick that played Stephanie had a real bad meth problem for quite a few years. So
yep.
It'll be interesting to see what she looks like. I guess she's probably had teeth reconstruction and all that. Because
I remember she used to host that show on MTV. It was called Pants Off, Dance Off.
Oh gosh, I never caught that one.
No, I don't remember that one.
And I'm surprised the Candace Cameron girl's going to be back because isn't she like
no shit.
Yeah, because she's like a hardcore religious now. I'm surprised it's she'll allow herself to be on secular evil regular television.
I remember seeing her. In promos for It's Always Sunny a couple seasons back.
Oh really?
Yeah. Really? So I was just like, why is she there? I thought she was all religious, but yeah, whatever. It was her and yeah.
Her brother will stone her to death for that, I would think.
She's gonna catch some shit just for being his brother.
Did you guys see this Christmas movie?
No. That would have probably turned me against Christmas. So.
Yeah.
My favorite Christmas movie of all time is, of course, A Christmas Story.
Yeah, same here.
I watch Ernest Saves Christmas. I watch that one.
That's a very underrated Christmas movie. I agree with that.
Mine is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
That's a good one.
Good choice.
That's a good choice.
Red car.
But yeah, Piz, have you heard they're doing a Coach sequel or whatever you call it?
I don't know if I heard Coach. I knew about the Fuller House. Hadn't heard about Coach though. But I guess it's a revival of ABC's TGI Friday lineup or something. I guess I don't know. That's weird.
Pins and needles.
Yeah.
We've all got our fingers crossed for Perfect Strangers.
Oh God, I would love that. A Perfect Strangers revival, yeah. Or Steve Urkel now, that would be great.
That was Family Matters. It wasn't Perfect Strangers.
Oh no. Oh, I know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I would
I love Perfect Strangers. I would love to see a Perfect Strangers. I love that show. That show was huge, but now it seems forgotten now. People don't talk about it, but it was huge back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
But
if you're gonna bring back Perfect Strangers, you've got to bring back Family Matters too. I got to know what Steve Urkel's doing these days. You know what I mean? I got to know how he's living.
You know that Family Matters is actually a spin-off of Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, it was.
Right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Harriet worked in the post room, I believe, with Balky.
Yep. With Balky, yes. I totally forgot about that. Wow.
That's so. I mean, basically, they're going to crush our childhood.
Yeah.
Even more so.
Yes.
Call me crazy. You know what TV show? Call me crazy. You know what TV show I want to see come back? Miami Vice.
Would be interesting.
Yeah, I think they could do it.
I heard that they're actually going to make a movie version with Don Johnson coming back, despite the boring ass Michael Mann movie. I hate that movie. It was so boring. It was not Miami Vice. Michael Mann, he produced the show. He couldn't take that magic and put it in the movie. Fuck that movie.
Jamie Foxx, is that right?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. I like the movie.
I haven't seen it.
It was just boring. Me and my best friend, we both love Miami Vice. When we went to go see it, was like we were just sitting there, like, what's going on? Nothing's happening.
Well, I think if you were a fan of the show and you were expecting the show, you were going to be disappointed because it's not the show. The movie's not the show.
I see what you're saying, but I heard that they're gonna, for the movie, they might bring Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas back, and that's the rumor. And I heard they might revamp it. That's a rumor.
It's changed so much. I just don't think it would work.
Don Johnson still got the magic. Don't worry. And Philip Michael Thomas, it never left.
He still looks great, man. Philip Michael Thomas, he still looks the same, man. He still looks the same. I saw an interview with he hasn't aged at all. Philip Michael Thomas. He looks great.
No,
he can still play Tubbs.
I like to watch the show back on like Nick at Night or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And because every time. Because Tubbs calls Crockett a cracker, like every show. Like,
oh, really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds like cracker. And maybe he didn't like Don Johnson. Maybe there was something going on there. But Crockett and Cracker, they melded together so seamlessly in a lot of those sequences.
I was more of a Nash Bridges guy myself.
I like Nash Bridges. I
forgot about that show.
I don't know, like episodic cop dramas are just it's so many out there.
There's a dime a dozen. A dime a dozen.
I don't know. Could be wrong, but I guarantee you it's been tossed around some executive board meeting somewhere.
Yeah.
They're just like looking through the TV guide from like 1985. Like, okay, what about this?
What they should do, bring back, there's a pilot for a series called Tag Team with Roddy Piper and Jesse Ventura as wrestlers turned cops. That was never picked up.
Really? Is that
it's on YouTube. It's a pilot. They were wrestlers. They got fired, so they decided to become cops. And Jesse Ventura and Roddy Piper as partners, and they're cops, but they're going to get hired, so it maybe lead to an A-team type of thing. But it was a pilot, and it never got picked up. It was an 80s.
I want to mention this one TV show that seemed forgotten. It was back in the 80s. It was a show called Sidekick. You ever heard of that show?
Mm-mm.
It was with Ernest Grace Jr. when he was a kid, and he played this kid who teamed up with this cop, and they were solving cases. And he he was his martial arts when he was a kid back in the day. It was called Psychic. This was way before the Chuck Norris movie.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking about.
I was thinking that too.
Let's take a few minutes to talk about Ladybugs.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Brandis. How do you guys feel about Sequest?
I've never seen it. I've heard of it.
No.
Let's just talk about the entire Jonathan Brandis filmography.
Yeah, he was a good actor, man. I miss him so much. The first movie I enjoyed him was the Neverending Story 2. That was a good sequel in my opinion. I loved the first one, but I enjoyed the second one because of him.
Yeah, I think
it was sad to see what happened to him.
I think the first thing I saw him in was It.
Oh yeah.
He had a really good career, and then all of a sudden it just kind of stopped. And
that transition period from child actor to legitimate adult actor.
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah, it got rough on him.
Yeah, but I think what pushed him over the edge was he got into a major movie, and they cut just about almost everything of him out. And that's what pushed him over the edge to commit suicide.
What movie was that?
It might have been Ride with the Devil.
Oh, Ang Lee movie?
Yeah, it might have been that movie.
Sometimes a movie with that depressive tone can get you to do crazy things. Of course, with another example of Heath Ledger with The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to go back to we were talking about Jared Leto as the Joker. A lot of people were. It seems like a lot of people's reaction to that picture was very negative, and a lot of people referenced. Well, you know, a lot of people were negative about Heath Ledger as the Joker in the beginning, and so on and so forth. The negativity about Heath Ledger as the Joker was totally different than the negativity about Jared Leto as the Joker. Jared Leto as the Joker, the look is ridiculous. It's ridiculous looking. Period. Nobody's doubting whether or not Jared Leto is a good actor. Jared Leto's a good actor. He's the chameleon type actor who will gain weight, lose weight, you know, who will transform himself into the character. Those are really good actors. Those are the most interesting actors.
Sure.
It's strictly about the look of the character. When Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker, it was the same thing as far as acting. Everybody was like, he's a good actor. But the movie he'd done before that was Brokeback Mountain. So nobody could see him going from that to the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen the memes for that.
That movie was so praised at the time, and people have completely forgotten. But I'm glad people have forgotten about it. It's a good movie, but I'm glad people's minds Brokeback Mountain. Oh God.
Never seen it, so.
No, good. Don't do it.
It is a really good movie. But
it is. But I just don't want to go through that again. It's a good movie. I just don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
It was very controversial. It was very controversial. But
I feel like the controversy is kind of what launched it into popularity.
All I can say about that movie that it would work better if they were lesbians.
I mean, just because they're gay, I mean, they've never seen prison movies where people get raped.
I've seen an episode of Oz.
I think it also had something to do with the fact that they were cowboys. And,
okay.
So, they were Southern cowboys, and a lot of Southern cowboys are very hardcore Republican. So. Our president at the time was a Southern cowboy.
Cowboys are like stereotyped as the ultra male, the big male.
It was made.
Yeah, cowboys are like stereotyped as the ultimate ultra male, the macho man, the true macho man.
Well, it wasn't Brokeback Mountain written by the same guy that wrote like Lonesome Dove and stuff like that?
No, it was written by a woman. It was a short story.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. But what I was trying to say with Heath Ledger was the controversy is totally different. I don't see one having anything to do with the other. And when people saw what Heath Ledger looked like as the Joker, it was across the board. Everybody said that looks awesome. That's what the Joker should look like. You know what I mean? So it's two totally different controversies with Jared Leto's Joker. It's just it looks ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't happy with the casting of Heath Ledger to begin with either. But I've eaten my words since. I think he did a great job. So I'm kind of not so quick to judge anymore because I don't know. That's like the internet mentality. Everyone's so quick to dismiss things like immediately.
That's me.
I think he'll be great. I think he'll be great as the Joker once you get past the fact that he looks like emo goth Marilyn Manson Joker.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That'd be a trip, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So once you get past that, you'll probably be fine with his performance because I'm sure he'll bring something. He'll bring his own thing to it. So.
They just need to give him like a funky contact or something. Make him have like one clouded eye.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't start, screaming about the beautiful people.
The beautiful people, the beautiful people.
You guys heard about this film, Area 51?
No.
Is it going to be based on that arcade game, or is it just going to be a...
Oh, that's a film that's the director of Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. It was shot like 7 years ago, and it's finally coming out here on May 22nd.
That's always a good sign. That's always a good sign.
Wow.
7 years, yeah. For a found
the
footage
case.
movie.
Yeah, they might as well release the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Yeah, they should.
That one needs a release.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. I like the Poughkeepsie tapes. They
So
should
do
release
I.
it.
I don't know what to do.
What's Poughkeepsie tapes about?
It's about a serial. It's about a serial killer who basically recorded, who chronicled his crimes very meticulously, and they found boxes and boxes and boxes of tapes and of his crimes, and they're trying to put it together. And it was really. I'm surprised it's not out. That it hadn't got some sort of release at this point.
There must be some problem with the rights issues or something about that film. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think MGM had it at one point, but they went through some serious shit. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
It was actually scheduled for a DVD release, and like the day before, it was canceled. So
wow.
I guess it'll never. They'll probably never see the light of day now. Who knows?
If it was owned by MGM at one time, maybe Scream Factory would be putting it out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking of MGM, I want to know your thoughts on the. Did you see? I haven't seen the footage yet. Have you seen the footage of the new James Bond movie Spectre with the car chase? I haven't watched it yet.
Nope.
No.
I'm not a big James Bond fan, so.
Yeah. I understand people like the new version of James Bond. That's cool if you guys like it. But me, I'm just trying to follow that Jason Bourne trend. James Bond led the way for the over-top action genre in the first place. I understand he originally started like that in the books, but people grown fond of James Bond from the movie. So that's just me. I'll probably check it out. I'm a minority ever since these movies came out.
I really enjoy the newer stuff, like from Casino Royale. I've liked all of them with Daniel Craig so far. Skyfall really impressed me.
Yeah, it's no problem, man. That's just me. No problem at all. I'm just not feeling it.
Oh, someone mentioned Scream Factory. Yeah, the announcements of Wes Craven films. People on the stairs and Serpent and the Rainbow.
They need to throw Shocker in there, make it a triple pack.
I think it's coming. I think they have to. I mean, that's the trifecta right there.
Of those three, Shocker's the one I would get, to be honest.
I would like to own Shocker on Scream Factory. I think Scream Factory does a great job. I heard so much about them. But one movie they should get the hold of. This is a very underrated movie, in my opinion. Have you ever heard of this movie called Certain Fury?
No.
No.
In my opinion, that is like the first image of a female buddy movie in a way. It was with Tatum O'Neal and Irene Cara. It was kind of like a Grindhouse 80 version of the Defiant Ones. There were these two girls on the run.
Oh, yeah. I did see somebody posted. I think that's actually on YouTube.
Yeah.
A really bad VHS rip.
Yeah, people say the Heat is like the first version, but in my opinion, how violent and R-rated it was like the chemistry between those two was like a female buddy movie. It's something that you could see out of a Lethal Weapon movie, in my opinion. This was before Lethal Weapon. New World Productions did that movie. I really enjoyed that movie.
That explains a lot.
I love their chemistry was so good. I would love if they do a sequel. I'd love to see those two in a sequel. I thought they had great chemistry together. Tatum O'Neal and Irene Cara. It's a really good movie. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called Certain Fury.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Speaking of Scream Factory, I just picked up The Fog and Sleepaway Camp on Blu-ray a couple weeks ago.
Oh, awesome.
It both look so good. Especially Sleepaway Camp. I was not expecting that to look that good.
Yeah, they did a great job with both those releases. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was an uncut version because I had the DVD from that box set with the medical thing. I didn't know that was cut.
Oh, wow.
Because, there's a scene where the kids who were killed, you see their remains, or, their sleeping bags. That was cut out. I didn't know. When I saw it, I'm like, I don't remember the scene. Where'd this scene come from?
Do you have is your box set the one with the actual Red Cross on it?
No. It's a cheapo one. Just individually.
Yeah,
that's the pricey one, isn't it?
Yeah, the one with the actual Red Cross on it. The Red Cross made Anchor Bay remove it. They were like, no, they were going to
Come on, man.
Pursue.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember everyone when they had that in their, YouTube videos years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was all about that Red Cross edition.
Yeah, That's the one I've got.
How much is that going for? Do you know?
I have no idea. I can check. I don't know.
I'm sure it's pricey.
Are you guys picking up the Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 Blu-rays?
Yeah.
I need to see those movies. I have not seen those movies. I remember the poster with the girl holding the backpack with the Freddy gloves and the hockey.
They're both on Netflix. If you have Netflix, go check that out.
I probably have to wait on them because there's a lot. They're spendy, and there's like I already want to pick up the Wes Craven ones. I want to pick up Jack's Back. I really like Jack's Back. I'm glad they're coming out with that.
Yeah, has Screen Factory picked up the Hitcher yet?
No.
I mentioned the Hitcher because that movie's been on my mind lately because it gave me another interesting movie idea, and it's about instead of the hitchhiker being the killer, it's the guy. It's the characters who offer the ride, and they're a couple on the run. But they're not an average couple on the run. They're just murderous, killing couple, and it has a good twist to it. It has a good twist that they might be Bonnie and Clyde reincarnated.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
The cheapest I see the Red Cross edition of Sleepaway Camp on eBay is $57.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was a couple of years ago. Damn.
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess the Blu-ray releases may have driven the price down.
Probably, yeah.
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 Well, because I think they were out of print for a while too, like even the standalone ones.
Really?
Standalone DVD ones.
Huh.
But, man, Scream Factory's really been knocking them out of the park lately, in my opinion. Like, past month, I've got Invaders from Mars, Ghoulies 1 and 2, double feature, and From a Whisper to a Scream is the one that just came out Tuesday.
How's Invaders from Mars? What kind of extras it got?
It's got a ton of extras, man. I haven't checked any of them out yet, but the movie looks really good. They always do a great job with the transfers.
Mm-hmm.
I've
always liked that movie. I think that movie is kind of underrated. So I thought it's on my list definitely. But I would love for Scream Factory to do a really good Hitcher Blu-ray because that movie definitely needs one. I don't know if you've got a region-free DVD player, you should definitely get the UK DVD of The Hitcher. It's got commentary, making of. It's definitely worth it, and you can pick it up for like $2.
Yeah, The Hitcher is one of those personal movies for me. It really is.
I got that DVD.
I mean, Remo Williams. I'm glad they're coming out for Remo Williams Blu-ray because that movie had a huge impact on me since I was a kid. Remo Williams was always my childhood hero. He was like my child. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger's my idol, but Remo Williams, he was like my childhood hero. I still remember watching that movie like it was yesterday when I first saw it. Especially seeing with the Statue of Liberty, that's so symbolic about that movie and the poster, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, you'll need a region-free Blu-ray player.
Yeah, that was a great poster.
Watch me, I'll get it.
I was just curious, who owns the rights to The Hitcher in the U.S.?
It was MGM.
It all goes back to MGM.
Yeah.
They gave it just it had that, it was a bare bones flipper case DVD release.
I remember that.
That's all we got in the States. But
it was originally owned by HBO and Thorne. It was originally owned by them.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did the Terminator and they did the Rambo films, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. That would be great. I'm sure that's on the docket somewhere along the way.
I'm sure it's on their list.
I would much rather them do that than do steelbooks of stuff they've already.
Yes.
I mean,
much rather them do that.
I think their prices have come down a little bit lately. Because, I mean, I was able to get, most of the stuff I've gotten recently for like $15 or so.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I don't mind paying that, for...
Online?
All through Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
Because, I mean, the stuff on their website, it costs you more, and you have to pay for shipping. That's the only reason I go through Amazon.
Yeah, what was funny, I noticed, with the last thing I bought from them was the Babadook Special Edition Blu-ray. They were selling it on their website for like $22-23. They had it on Amazon for $15.
Yeah, they had it at Best Buy for $15 also.
Wow.
Yeah.
This makes you wonder.
Shocked to see there.
I mean, I always try to support, companies like that by buying through their website if I can, but you can't pay, $7 more. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, rip them off. You get ripped off.
Well, usually what Scream Factory will do is if you pre-order from their website, they'll send you the Blu-ray like 2 weeks before its street date, and they'll give you like a poster. Now they didn't do that with the Bobbit. I think I got it like a day early.
Oh.
Damn.
Wow.
One whole day.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But
and no poster. So.
No poster.
No poster.
You didn't want that little boy to sign you a poster, give you an autograph?
Oh, I'd love it.
That freaking little boy.
I love it.
I wanted to choke the life out of that child the entire time I watched that movie. I don't know what it is about him. He just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, that was the point. I mean, that was the point. The kid was great. Yeah, that was what he was supposed to do, and the kid was great at it.
Which movie? Which movie?
The Babadook.
Oh, Babadook, yeah. Like I said, I was impressed. I was very impressed by that movie. I was impressed by Babadook.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out sometime.
And like I said, I was impressed by Unfriended. Pez, have you seen Unfriended yet?
Yeah, I liked Unfriended a lot too.
Yeah, I did a review on it on his channel.
Oh.
Two of the only people I've seen who likes that movie.
Yeah.
But I'm still curious about it.
Yeah, Orc liked it too.
It's a very straightforward, fun horror movie. Very clever. Very clever.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's they're not. The thing that I liked about it was, I mean, there's no fake scares. There's no like jump boo scares. There's no big stingers on the soundtrack. It's pretty much, I mean, really fast paced. It's theatrical R-rated horror that's not a sequel, a prequel, a reboot, or reimagining, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not. They're not reinventing the wheel with this movie.
Right.
But they're doing something semi-original, and they're not taking a page out of like Ouija or some of these other just really shallow, bad theatrical horror films. So
I know they brought up the Blair Witch Project on this movie a lot. I don't see that. I think it's different beyond the Blair Witch Project, and what was cool about what made it suspenseful was the tension when this stuff finally crazy stuff begins to happen. The tension that makes it scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of like It Follows in that it's not a scary movie. It's more about suspense and tension and tightening the screws. It's not a scary movie necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but I mean, I don't think it's a bad movie at all. I was just, so much hype around it. It's kind of hard to not feel, just a little bit let down.
Which one, the Babadook?
On the Babadook, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I think you may have kind of said the same thing, Biz, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's just overhyped beyond belief. I mean.
Well, I think the thing with overhype in a horror movie, like I said in my It Follows review, is that you either you hear so many people hyping it up that you create either unreasonable expectations, or you've just heard so many people, bootlicking that by the time you do get around to watching it, you've got a bad taste in your mouth about the movie.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I watched it on VOD, and I kind of, felt that way.
Yeah, and I mean, some people, and some people just take it way too far. It's kind of like, I remember when, foreign horror really started to descend upon the American horror fans because it was just different. They ate it alive and overhyped it to the moon.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of those movies that were really good, but some of them were just like, wow, you just totally overhyped, just simply because it was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a different kind of horror film.
Right.
It really fizzled out pretty quickly on that one too. Like
Yeah, it did.
especially like the French horror. I mean, it was like a few-year period where they were releasing some great stuff, and it just stopped.
Yeah.
And Alexander Aja starts making mirrors and
Yeah.
kills everything.
Yeah.
This last movie was really good though. Horns. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed
Hopefully
it.
he's. Yeah. Hopefully he's getting back to form because I mean he was involved with. I kind of liked his Hills Have Eyes remake. Piranha I thought was fun. I think he was the producer of Maniac, which I really liked. That remake.
Yeah, I did too.
And Horns I was just blown away by it. I loved Horns. So that gives me hope for him going forward that he can get back to form and really make some good stuff.
Yeah, Horns was really different. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That was another movie that was really hyped, but
Yeah.
it was way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything is like a remake or a reimagining or a sequel. It's very rare that we have new properties like Babadook. And,
Now there were trailers for a couple of I guess semi-original movies at the beginning of Unfriended, but I don't even remember what they were called. I know they had the Poltergeist one. Then there was a trailer that was just a girl sitting in a hallway crying, and then like this noose came around her neck and something pulled her down the stairs. I don't even remember what that was called, but and then there was another one. I don't remember either. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to the trailers, but I was happy to see that they weren't prequels or sequels or remakes, etc., etc. Yeah.
Are you gonna go get your tickets for Poltergeist?
I can skip Poltergeist. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll probably see Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
And in Mad Max, I really want to see. Beyond that, I really don't know what else is coming out this summer, to be honest. The Terminator, but I mean, I can take or leave that one really too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and hear if people say it's good, I may go watch it. If people say it sucks, I may just. I've still not even watched Terminator 3, so I can hold off. I can hold off from watching a Terminator movie if I don't think I'm gonna like it. So.
I bought a Terminator 3 one sheet just so I can get it framed and do a video and tell Cole that he's wrong. That's the only reason I bought it.
Wrong about what now?
About Terminator 3 being awesome.
It has an awesome ending, but that's about it.
Come
That's
on,
committed,
man.
yeah.
And Arnold puts on the glasses and they're they're stars and have glitter all over them. Come on. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
Talk to
funny.
the
Come on.
That's funny right there. That's funny right there.
But no,
Listen, if Edward Furlong is not back as John Connor, I'm not watching it. So Edward Furlong is John Connor.
I think whoever plays John Connor is like riddled with some sort of a drug or alcohol addiction.
Oh, that's right. What's his name that played John Connor in Part 3?
Yeah. Nick Stahl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's had some issues too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Christian Bale has issues.
Well, Christian Bale has he's got some personal issues. Clearly.
Got some rage.
He's got
some
some
rage.
issues.
He's
Yeah.
definitely got some anger management classes too.
Yeah, doing professionally.
His drug is rage.
I've got way more respect for him than those other two guys, though.
Yeah.
But man, I made the mistake of buying some VHS tapes this week, so I've got into collecting VHS again.
You're saying mistake.
It's a fucking addiction, man. Like, I mean, one sheet. I have a really big problem with buying one sheets, and now VHS. I got a new VHS player, so yeah.
So what VHS? Like certain specific?
Oh man, I bought a lot the other day. I haven't gotten it in yet, but it's just like a bunch of like cheesy '80s action movies.
Where'd you get the VHS player?
eBay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're all like. The problem with that is like all the VHS players that you can get that are relatively new are, the DVD combo player.
Yeah.
So they're like $150 or so.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm surprised that somebody hasn't created a USB VHS player. I'm surprised somebody's not created that. You know what I mean?
Or with an HDMI.
Yeah.
Or an HDMI VHS player. I'm surprised.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. Because like all these like I guess independent type films are coming out on VHS now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. I saw they were re-releasing Monster Squad on VHS.
Really?
I mean, tons of stuff, man. Yeah, and I've got to stay away from those Facebook groups because I end up buying entirely too much stuff I don't need or have room for.
Yeah.
Yeah, even on
always.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, room is always the issue. I had a huge VHS collection, but I have no idea what happened to it. I have no idea what happened to it. It's just gone. It just disappeared one day. I have no idea what happened to it. No idea. No clue.
I had a few, man, but I think I just threw them away. I'm like, fuck it, DVD is here. This is the end all be all, and I'm like, throw these in the trash.
Yeah.
And, now I could probably make a mint if I sold those somewhere.
You probably could, yeah. You probably could. I mean, what sucks? What sucks is, I mean, there's a lot. Like, I mean, I wish I'd held on to like my VHS player because there's still a lot of great movies that I want to watch that have never been released on DVD or Blu-ray, at least yet.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I still have a VCR here plugged in because I still got a couple of VHS tapes of movies that are just not on DVD. And
yeah.
I don't want to put it on DVD. What's the point? I'll just pop in the video tape.
There's a ton of horror that's still not. I mean, hasn't even come out on DVD yet.
I know. I know.
And just. I don't know. I've just been like reliving my childhood, by looking at the VHS covers. Like, I need that one. I need that one.
Yeah.
And,
So, Jay, are there any that you can think of that are only on VHS but never got DVD? Like ones that stick out for you or something?
I've got a few already. Salem's Lot 2 is one that comes to mind.
Oh, the Larry Cohen one, right?
Yeah. It's a terrible movie. But it's not out. I mean, obviously that's the reason why it's not out. It's pretty terrible. I'm only about halfway through it. I
actually saw it in HD on one of the movie channels not long ago. So it has been transferred to HD, but it's just
Strange.
Kind of like Jack's Back. I know you guys were mentioning Jack's Back earlier. It's been on HD forever. I mean, you could watch it on Netflix for a long time.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah.
When you were talking about it a few years ago, because I had never seen it before.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
There's a Michael Mann film called The Keep, which was on Netflix. Someone told me that they're doing a documentary. And I'm like, well, the film's not even on DVD, but they're doing a documentary on it.
Well, I mean, part of the reason that movie's never been released on DVD is because Michael Mann hates it.
Yeah, I heard that.
He doesn't want it on. He wants it to disappear and go away.
I mean, I saw the film. It's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. They're like,
I bought a bootleg of it at a convention. So. A couple of movies that I actually recently had my buddy Garrett. He was at a convention last weekend, and I was like, if you see these two bootlegs, grab them for me. One is Hide and Go Shriek. and the other is Edge of the Axe.
Oh, really? I haven't heard of that one.
I got
familiar.
I got muted. A movie I want to see. I know I remember you mentioned this movie. I enjoyed it too. Taking of Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah, it's Ken Wall as his football player.
I enjoyed that
Just
movie.
over the top action. Touchdown, asshole! Just really just sees that Matt Frewer is in Matt's headroom.
Oh yeah.
There was a video game of that movie I saw on YouTube.
One of those fun, like over the top action films, like '90s type of flicks. And you meant another film is The Challenge, Scott Glenn.
I saw that. That was good too.
I think Jay, you mentioned that one time, or someone did, when we did the martial arts thing.
Possibly.
About 2 years ago.
And one that I really liked called Nightlife. A.K.A. Great Misdemeanors. It stars the kid who was starring the Critters movies.
Really? No kidding.
It's like he's a kid and he works on a mortuary with I forget the guy who was the original Gomez on Addams Family.
Oh yeah.
Sean Astin's father.
It's his uncle, and these bullies pick on this nerd, but then the bullies die one night in a car crash, so he takes them to his uncle's mortuary, and then somehow they get reanimated. So now him and his girl are being chased by these bullies that are now also zombies.
Ooh.
Nightlife, I thought was pretty decent for a film that's never been on DVD.
Sounds interesting.
Huh.
One of my favorites. Go ahead, Stingray.
I was going to say there's a Kevin Tenney film called Witch Trap that's not out on DVD. That I've got the VHS, but I haven't watched it yet.
Huh.
From '89.
One of my favorites I used to rent all the time as a kid on VHS was the Spookies.
Yeah. I think that may be on YouTube. That's the only place I've seen it lately.
It is on YouTube, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, man. There's a huge fan base for that movie.
Oh yeah, there is. There's a huge fan base for that movie. Yeah. Another one of my so bad it's good favorites, Psycho Cop, has never been on DVD either.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. I mean, like.
Yeah.
There are. Like I was looking at a bootleg site actually not long ago, and I was just flipping through page after page of their bootlegs, and they were showing the original VHS cover art, and I was going, oh yeah, I remember that, from 20 years ago, seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that, and that one, oh yeah, I remember that. Hunter's Blood. I've not thought about that.
Hunter's Blood. Yeah, Hunter's Blood. I remember that one. Hunter's Blood. Yeah, that was like a Deliverance in a way. I remember that one. I remember it was on a VHS tape. I had a VHS tape that had 3 movies. It was Hunter's Blood, Stand By Me, and Tough Guys. Tough Guys, that's an underrated movie. You ever seen that movie, Tough Guys?
Mm-mm.
Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas.
No.
It had a good message too about ageism at that time. It was way before the Expendables. Because they were action stars back in the time. Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas, and they got out of prison and they were trying to get a job, but they were too old. They thought they were too old, so they got pushed to the limit to go back into crime, and it was a really good, very underrated movie. That's where that song "Tough Enough" came from. That's where I heard it. The Tough Enough. That's where it came from.
Uh-huh.
And there's just oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh man, I was just gonna say Rad.
Rad.
Yes.
Oh,
I know Piz is a big fan of Rad.
Yes.
That's not out yet.
I am too.
love
I am
that.
too.
What's a Rad about?
It's a Crew Jones, a bicycle rider who gets in a race, and you have great songs like "Thunder in Your Heart," "Faster Than Lightning."
Oh,
it's one of my favorite
yeah,
songs.
I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Pure 80s.
You're 80s, baby.
Pure 80s glory.
And it was crazy. I remember hearing they were doing this documentary on Rad, and I'm like, there's not even a DVD. And then the documentary never came out either, so I'm like, well, that made sense.
Yeah.
Anything on Rad is like, you can't release it.
Oh, yeah.
Was there a DVD for this movie called Whitewater Summer?
I'm sure there was. Yeah.
I like that movie with Kevin Bacon and Sean Astin. That's another good movie with a good soundtrack, very underrated soundtrack as well. It has that song from Journey, be good to yourself, and a very very underrated soundtrack, very underrated movie as well.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
But Rad, like all those type movies, The Prayer for the Roller Boys.
Oh.
And Gleaming the Cube.
Oh yeah. That's the only movie. That's the only movie that you have an action hero with a skateboard.
The only way I have the DVD is it was released overseas.
Yeah.
On DVD.
There's a podcast called How Did This Get Made, and I think they were talking about that one.
Yeah, it's a great podcast.
Yeah. I gotta check that one out.
Well, there's also a few films that were on DVD, but they're totally like $80, $100. Like, I wish Stream Fighter would get Split Second.
I just saw that movie the other night. It's really good for the first time. It's really good. I saw that movie. Very good.
I want to watch a decent transfer of it because the one on YouTube is awful.
Yeah.
I was just watching Blind Fury the other day. Is that on DVD?
Yeah, I have it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good movie. I love that movie.
The thing with Split Second, they released it overseas on Blu-ray. Just not
really?
here. Yeah, it's like German and UK. But I've been iffy on it since Moontrap, which is another film I liked, and the Blu-ray sucks ass. Because the guy was an idiot who's a German guy. It's not because he's German, he's just an idiot.
Now they got this shitty sequel that's coming out on Sci-Fi Channel.
On the Blu-ray, he decided to take, you know how some of the detail, the dots and stuff, what you call it, the specks, the grain?
Oh, yeah.
He thought that was dirt, so he took all the grain out. So it's like with the Predator, when they took all the grain out, they looked smooth like mannequins.
It gives it a really odd look. Like
yeah, they did that. I went.
Yeah, I don't know how you describe it, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know why they do that, but this guy's like, no, that's the right way to do it. And I'm like, no, people, like 50 people on this forum were telling him that's not how you do it. He's like, no, I'm a DVD producer. I know what I'm doing. That you take the grain out. That's how it is.
Yeah, right. You know what you're doing.
This
you
guy
know
gets
what you're doing.
And oh my god.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to run. It's getting late for me, and I've got to.
So we'll go ahead and cut it off here, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining me, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It was fun.
I had a fun time tonight.
It was a pleasure talking to you. It was a pleasure.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. And, maybe we'll do it again sometime. And take care. Good night.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Have a good night.